I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing our border and putting America first. Let me deliver a message from President Trump to the world. If you are considering entering America illegally, don't even think about it. Let me be clear. If you come to our country and you break our laws, we will hunt you down. Criminals are not welcome in the United States. For too long, weak leadership has left our borders wide open, flooding our communities with drugs, human trafficking, and violent criminals. Well, those days are over. Under President Trump, we are defending American families and restoring their safety. If you try to enter illegally, you will be caught. You will be removed, and you will never return. Follow the law, and you'll find opportunity. If you break it, you'll find consequences. Strong borders mean a stronger America. President Trump is making America safe again.
Hey, welcome.
Hello there.
Chit Show, Thursday morning. What's going down, bro? What's going down in Cody, Wyoming?
I don't even know anymore. What's going on in Chicago?
Chicago, a lot of stuff is going on, man. We had two elections. We had two elections of the, local, we had a lot of elections. We got one election in Dalton, Illinois, where the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, I think the FBI is after them.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah. Tiffany. Hey, let me be honest, man. Let me just say it, man. Let me just say it.
Say it.
So I reached out to them. I said, hey, I'm trying to be respectable. I worked with.
You reached out to the township of Dalton.
No, man. I reached out to Tiffany Henyard.
Oh.
I reached out to Tiffany Henyard. Yeah, I'm saying this. I reached out to Tiffany Henyard and I said, hey, Madam Mayor, I would like to, well, you can't really talk to her, so you got to talk to her, the people around her. So I reached out to them. I said, hey, you know what? Every YouTuber on the God's green earth is making a show about you. Hey, listen, I want to do a little one-on-one, totally off topic. Let's get to know you. Well, they turned it down. They didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm
seen the show.
I'm glad that it was a shit show, and I'm glad they're out. I'm glad the feds are up the caboodle looking at the poodle. Yeah. The other election we had was in Tinley Park, the great village of Tinley Park, where they re-elected actually the incumbent mayor, Mayor Michael Glotz. So he's going to be doing some good work. Then in the land of Orland Park, we had a mayor that told the Arab community, the Arab community actually reached out to him and said, hey, you know what? There's this war going on overseas, and we want you to, I think, do that ceasefire thing, like many cities did around the USA. And it wasn't about any color. It wasn't about any race. It was just about humanity, man. And just all the kids. It doesn't matter who's dying. People are dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are people dying. That's what the hell we're worried about. When a cop is jumping in the line of fire, he's not looking at the color of the skin of the person. No. That poor guy is trying to save the victim, the human being. He's trying to save it. So I guess the last mayor told the entire Arab community to go back to where you came from, and then the Arab community said, okay, Habibi, we will show you. And then I swear to God, I have never seen an influx of Arab vote in my life that we had here in Orland Park. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Every surrounding city saw that. They had almost 2,500. I don't know, around 2,500. More than 2,000 people came out and voted against the mayor, and just like that, he was out.
And what's the population of Tinley Park?
The population of Tinley Park is around 60,000. But Tinley Park, Tinley and Orland is almost the same population. I could be wrong by a few thousand.
Well, so I'm confused. So are you talking about The mayor of Tinley Park or the mayor of Orland Park?
Orland Park. The population of Orland Park is approximately, in my humble opinion, around 60,000.
So 2,500 votes is a big chunk.
Is a huge chunk.
Because what was the total vote count?
Yeah.
How many people came out to vote?
Holy caboodle. I mean, well, look at it. So it was a huge amount. Exact amount, I don't know. But all I know is that
all I'm suggesting, Mark, is that 2,500 votes is a big swing.
Yeah, it is.
If you can inject 2,500 votes into an election in a population of 60,000, that'll change the election right there.
Exactly. See, the paradigm. What I'm trying to say is the dime of the paradigm has shifted. Okay, the paradigm has shifted. Arab voices have spoken. You know, they stood up, and just like that, a legacy of the mayor that was in office, I don't know, since 2017, 2018, out just like that. You got to watch your words. You cannot go after a race of people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't understand why this guy went after.
I don't know. Well, the thing is that
well, I mean, did he actually go after that, or did he say so? Because I'll tell you one thing. If I was the mayor, I would have said that's that's a national issue, not a local issue.
Right.
You know, it's like, I mean, because there have been a lot of
no. This is the thing. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The Arab community reached out to him and said, "Hey, you know, we want you to say that you stand for the ceasefire of the violence in, overseas, right?" So, there are many cities that did it, and you know, he could have said, "Yeah, you know what, I stand for the, but." Or you know, I stand against violence or whatever. But to try to go after a certain group of people, that I think is not a good thing. Well, anyway.
Wait. So are you saying? I just want to understand. Are you saying that the mayor said no? I'm not going to take a public stance, and they took it as going against?
I think that's what he said. That's why the people came out.
Just because he said, "I'm not taking a stance on a national or international issue."
That's what he said, and I think that's why the people came out, and that's why we see what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in local politics, and that was my standard answer to everybody. It's international relations. That's right. The president. What we're doing and it wasn't here in Cody, Wyoming. It was in another town in another state.
Well, shit, I'm glad you're in Wyoming, not in Chicago, but the point that I'm trying to make is even though it is an international thing, it also affects the people that are in the community that are from.
You shouldn't go after anybody, but I can tell you from personal experience that when somebody can ask you, if you're an elected official, somebody can come up and ask you, will you support this? And it seems innocuous. And if you say yes, well, then the next week, another group comes to you and says, "No, well, aren't you going to support us?" And then the next week, you'll have a third party and a third party. So
but Johnny, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a specific thing where the tensions were high.
Well, everybody's got a specific thing,
and that thing was going on. In my personal opinion, he should have been more. He should have. How do I put this? I mean, this is all, of course, my personal opinion. Don't mean really squat. He should have been more diplomatic in answering that. And sometimes,
I don't know how he answered it.
And well, when I find that clip, I will. I will hear. You know what? Let's find that clip. Okay. Let's find that clip. So if anybody was to ask me, well, Mark, what is your opinion? Well, I stand with the Arab coalition. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it You know,
All right, but you haven't told me what the Arab coalition position is.
Statement. Hold on. Okay, here. Once again, Commander. Hey, hold on a second. JB. What's up, brother? What's going down? Hey, if you want to jump on, brother. The link is in the pudding. JB is saying hello.
Yeah.
Larry. Yeah, let's let me get this. So this is the thing. Hey, listen. We have no birds in the bees in this thing. Okay, I'm just bringing it up as what happened with the local elections. Mayor said something wrong, whether he stood for it or didn't stand for it or whatever the hell the problem was. He's out. You understand what I'm saying? We're not elaborating more on the thing. But since you asked me what that problem was, so let me bring up this thing over here. Shamaduli Shamagahusa. All right, here we go. Shamboni.
In Gaza is also putting a spotlight on a suburban mayor.
The Orland Park mayor says his city will not debate a ceasefire resolution, and those who oppose U.S. interests should go to another country. Political reporter Marianne Ahern spoke with them and is joining us now.
See, that's bad. That's not how you say it. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, again, I haven't heard what the mayor said. I heard what the newscaster said.
All right, here you go.
More, Marianne.
Good afternoon to both of you. Yes, during Monday evening's Board of Trustees meeting, there was a request for the village to adopt a ceasefire resolution. Tensions were high, and at one point, the mayor cleared the room.
Where is the support of Orland Park Mayor? Where is the support of local businesses, community organizations, the support of our schools for our children? We haven't heard anything from anyone.
Several Orland Park residents had the same sentiments Monday evening and presented a petition of 800 signatures asking Orland Park to adopt a ceasefire resolution, as the Chicago City Council did last week.
Enough. This is a board meeting. We gave you a chance to speak. You'll give us a chance to speak.
When those in the crowd interrupted Mayor Keith Pekow as he spoke against the resolution, the room was cleared.
I will entertain a motion for recess.
Later, when Pekow finished his explanation, he said,
I'm an American. That's where my allegiances lie. Period, dot, end of story. And if you're an American citizen and you don't feel that way, in my opinion, you're entitled to that opinion, but you can certainly go and go to another country and support that country and all the power to you.
His comments prompted the Chicago chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations to call Pekow's remarks ignorant and dangerous.
It was a stunning display of incompetence and racism. And I'm surprised someone like that could occupy an important position like mayor of a major town like Orland Park.
We also spoke this afternoon with Mayor Pekow.
The context of that particular comment was, I'm entitled to my opinion, you're entitled to your opinion. And also, if you would like
but
to
when
go
you're in
to another country to fight for your
spotlight,
country,
you
like I
got to
fought for
watch out
mine,
what comes out of your
then
mouth.
more power to you.
Yeah, well,
Didn't tell them to
I
go.
know.
It's just
Like I said, I've been in
They
that
can also go to
position,
Caston's
and
office
this,
or Jackson's
Well,
office.
you
or
know,
Burton's office.
You're CIA, bro. I know you've been in that position.
no, I mean, as an elected
That would be a lot
official,
more
it's like
productive, actually, than
you
coming
don't,
to
you,
the village board.
You don't
mayors and council people,
Right.
And what is the point of? And you tell me, explain to me, what is the point of adopting a ceasefire resolution? And I imagine this is a ceasefire in regards to Gaza, right?
Yeah. But anyway, listen.
You adopt,
Larry, we're not talking about that.
so Orland Park says
Yeah.
ceasefire in Gaza.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It means nothing. I mean, again, I've been through this before,
Right.
so it's like
my point is the mayor's language.
I would have used different language. I would have said this has got nothing to do with Orland Park.
I'm not a political journalist. I'm not a political analyst. My only thing is his language should have been different. If you don't like something, if I don't like somebody, there are many times when I see people, when I see a people, and some of them are, yeah, we both come across people in life, and sometimes,
I don't touch any of this stuff.
yeah, when you don't
I
like
don't,
somebody,
because, like I said,
hold on.
this
let me
week it's the
finish
Arabs, next week it's going to be another group, and next week it's going to be another group.
Yeah. Let me finish. My point is not about the group. My point is when you are in an elected fucking position, you have to watch what comes out of your ass.
So what should have he said?
I don't know what he should have said. All I'm saying is that you should watch your words.
Well, is there any way that he could have said, no, I don't support a resolution?
I am not talking about resolutions here. You took the thing in a totally different direction, brother. What the fuck are you doing? I am talking about when you don't like somebody, you watch what comes out of your mouth. When I see people in public, and if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, okay, but the issue at hand was to get the mayor was asked to support a resolution.
Here, we're not talking about the resolution. We're not talking about resolution here, brother. We are talking about the language of the mayor and how he put it like that. You're not understanding.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said what he said. You're right.
That's it. End of story. Full stop. That's it. There's nothing you should say more or elaborate on that, because that's not what we're trying to do here. All I'm saying is that the language was wrong. That is not how you say something to a group that, hey, we control the economy of the Southland. Or, if a group controls, it's a prominent group, or a prominent entity, you don't talk like that. And, at the end of the day, you don't talk to people like that. And especially if you are an elected official, you don't do that. The internet is a very, very dangerous place. We saw what happened in Dalton, where the mayor thought that I could do anything I want and ain't nothing going to happen to me. Well, guess what? Every single YouTuber on God's green earth went after Tiffany Henyard. They opened Pandora's boxes that were never meant to be open, and look what happened.
Yeah, I would have left it shut.
So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, and I've seen in my lifetime politicians go down because of arrogance, because they think they own the shit, and they don't watch the language. And sometimes when somebody's in need, and sometimes, man, in life, whether you like it or you don't like it, sometimes you have to come down a notch, man. You have to be kind to people. You have to be kind to people. And go ahead, Larry. Go ahead.
Maybe we can let's look at politics from a different angle.
I'm non-specific. Listen. I'm not even looking at politics right now. I'm not looking at politics. This is not a political show. I'm just answering to what you asked me. Hey man, how's everything in your town? I'm just telling you, hey, This is what happened. Yeah. That's it. I'm not looking at what his answer was wrong. My point is his answer did what started the chain reaction as to what happened.
Well, I agree with you. If I was the mayor of Orland Park, I would have not.
Listen, Larry. We don't want to know, if you were the mayor, what your answer was. We don't want to know that, because we're talking about this guy and what he did. You understand what I'm saying? If you say, well, if I was the mayor, I'd say this, that opens up another box of, another Pandora's box. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not saying you don't have an opinion. No, you have an opinion, but your opinion is not needed over in a situation where we are talking about a person that said something, started a chain reaction, and the election went haywire. The bottom line is the Arab community, the Arab community spoke, and that's all there is. That's all. That's all there is. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with politics. So now this is our great mayor of the Orland Park over here. Let's see what he has to say.
So welcome to the Frederick T. Owens Village Hall. That's It was a 2 years back when I got to sit next to Fred, and I often tell the Owens family how often he would crack a joke and keep a straight face, and I was doing everything I could not to lose my composure when I was first elected village clerk. So tip of the hat to Fred. Today's a new day for Orland Park, and it's a very clear demarcation point in our history. And as all the other trustees said, and I appreciate the gracious comments of the current trustees, heartfelt gratitude to the people of Orland Park, to my family, Linda, Ashley, Jimmy, my sisters, Peggy, Eileen, and Mary, and all the friends and family that support us. We would not be here tonight for a number of reasons if it wasn't for Nabia and David, Jake, Joe, Patty, Bob, Diana, Bruce, Bill, Rob, and a tremendous support from labor and the Arab American community as well. We're deeply grateful for all the support that they gave us.
Okay, we're back. So that was our mayor.
Okay.
Let's see who's in the thing. Des, what's up, Des? Des is saying, hey, JB.
Hey, this has to come on.
This has to come on. We got Pasta. Yo, Pasta, jump on, bro. The link is, I don't know if I've pinned the link, but the link is there. So here we are.
That's how I found it.
we are back to our scheduled broadcast. So what is going on your end, brother? Talk to me.
Well, it's fortunately it's the same old thing here in Cody, Wyoming. It's nice and even all the time.
Right. See,
we had some local. I'm not going to get any details. It's funny, but the local. Whenever you have people in elected positions, like with the Park County Republican Party, the good thing is you have average people in the organization, and the bad thing is you have average people in the organization. Like in the city council, you have average people. You have homeowners and business owners and renters, and but if you're not a lawyer or you don't know enough about the law and you don't know how things work, boy, you can screw things up.
Yeah.
So that's like that's the only thing that happens around here is once in a while somebody will do something stupid because they don't know the law or they choose to ignore the law.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a one good example. Going back years ago, we had a mayor who her friend said, I was at the Cody Rec Center, and I saw somebody put a pistol into one of the lockers.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
and the mayor said, the mayor announced at the city council meeting, I want the city attorney to draw up a resolution to outlaw weapons at the rec center. Here's the only problem. Wyoming has a law. Okay, only the state. We have state preemption. Only the state can make any gun laws.
Right.
So I went to the mayor along with a friend of mine, and we told her, you can't do that. It's against the law. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. So we called the attorney general's office, and then they contacted the mayor and told her what her problem was going to be. And all of a sudden, that whole thing went away. So sometimes funny or strange things happen because people who are elected don't know the law. They don't know how things are supposed to work, and they don't ask their city attorney. And that's another problem because the city attorney is one of two positions in any incorporated city that can be fired without notice. The police chief can be fired tomorrow, and so can your city attorney. All it takes is a majority of the city council vote. Okay.
Right.
So what you have to remember, if you live in any incorporated city in the United States is that your police chief and your city attorney works for the council majority. They don't work for you. They don't work for the mayor. They work for the 4 out of 7 people, whatever it is, that can get them fired tomorrow.
Right.
And that's how you see weird things happen, like
Yeah.
where the city attorney will tell the mayor he's doing something legal when he's not.
I stay away from weird shit. On a lighter note, no more politics, no more discussions about any of that. What else is going on in your life right now, brother?
Well, I guess we're going to start doing the Saturday.
Saturday night.
Wednesday. It was Wednesday or Thursday night car get-togethers. So hopefully
shit.
I'll get out there and take some photos.
That's what I want you to do.
We got an interesting group of car guys out here.
Right.
I still maintain that we have more car guys per capita in Cody, Wyoming, than Los Angeles, Chicago, or any place else.
Yeah, they got a lot of good stuff going on. I was at a car show last week, Cars and Coffee. And it was pretty good. I had a live. I'm doing a lot of live stuff right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're still fighting the music?
I'm still fighting the music. But you know what? I gotta say, the last place where I was at, the owner of the place, he was so nice, so sweet, so wonderful. And he totally understand. He said, "Listen, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. We're doing this live thing, and we got good views. We got people are intrigued, and they love that." And he understood, So what he did was he turned the music down, and we had a good, I think, almost about an hour and a half of nice, some filming going on. As a matter of fact, in the land of communication, I will bring that up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring it up. Yeah. So we could just let it run in the background. So it was pretty good. It was morning time. I couldn't take my baby over there, and because I had to deliver some magazines. But it was all right. It was all right. So they had a good bunch of cars out there, man.
Yeah.
So somebody's saying, Larry, what do you feel about drones and not being able to shoot them down when they pop up in your property? Do you think this law should change?
I don't have that problem in Wyoming because I've never shot a drone down, but I guarantee you my county sheriff ain't going to go after anybody who shoots down anything over anybody's property.
Right.
You have to remember, like, just to put things into perspective, okay? A while back, police call, Cody 17, please respond to the post office. There's a report of a man with a gun. So what evidently happened is some tourist was in the post office.
Hold on, just to cut you off a little bit. Did you notice how good the quality is?
No, I haven't.
Are you watching the fucking video that's on right now?
I am now, yeah.
The quality is so good. I really like the quality. I really do. And this is going out live in the morning, 1080p.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so one of our police officers gets called out to the post office because somebody reported a man with a gun, and there's a federal law you can't carry a weapon into a post office. And so the cop gets on the radio and says, "Can you inform the RP that?" That's federal property, and we have no jurisdiction. And the dispatcher goes back on and says, the RP says that he called the FBI, but the nearest FBI office is in Casper, Wyoming, and they're like 6-hour response time. And the officer said, tough luck.
Yeah.
So enforcing FAA regulations, unless an airplane crashes out here,
right.
I don't think they're going to bother with anything.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
If you live in a place where everybody is armed,
right,
you don't find people flying drones over other people's property willy-nilly. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's like people don't even knock on your door without calling first.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Illinois is kind of different. Illinois is kind of different. Here we have very strict drone laws, even though a lot of people fly drones here. But I think,
well, but the drone laws are all federal. It's
yeah,
FAA that covers
you do got to have an FCC license,
FAA license.
FAA
FCC
license
is
to fly a drone. That is why I don't have a drone.
well, you need one for commercial if you fly a drone for commercial purposes.
Yeah, well, I don't need a fucking drone for commercial. If I need something, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how whoever did the drone video on your opening the opening video you ran.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Coming back in the day. Hold on. This is in the back room. What up, Des? Welcome to the show. What's going down?
Oh my God!
You brothers.
Hey,
how's everything with you? How's everything going? How's your family? How are you feeling? What's going down in the land of Lincoln, bro?
That's a lot of questions, man. It's okay, man. I'm getting better. I'm recovering from a stomach flu.
Oh man, yeah. As long as you're feeling good, brother, you are good. Well, hold on one second. I want to show Larry something. Larry, hold on. Check this out. Are you talking about that drone footage?
yeah, I'm talking about later on when you rolled it.
Yeah.
There was a drone shot. It looked like the drone was 1,000 feet, at least 1,000 feet above the ground.
Right.
And it was north, but the drone was north of downtown.
Right.
North of downtown puts it in the approach for O'Hare.
Yeah.
You got to be an idiot to fly there.
You know where I got that footage from, right?
I have no idea.
That's called stock footage. Stock footage.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't tell me who shot it. Yeah.
Who gives a fuck who shot it? That's the whole thing about stock footage.
Well, right. I mean, yeah, but I mean,
that's stock footage. So the software that I use to edit, it has stock footage that you can use in what do you call that? In making videos and making intros.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, if I had a drone, I wouldn't fly it where that guy flew it.
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people fly drones in places they shouldn't have. A lot of people fly drones. Over people. A lot of people fly drones. I mean,
on YouTube, you can see drone shots of airplanes landing at the airport in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And the airplanes are below the drone.
Yeah. That's bad, man. That's bad. Shit.
No kidding. You kill a few hundred people doing that.
I stay away from drones. I was at a car show the other day. Man, holy crap! I look, I hear this buzzing sound. I look up in the sky, and I see a drone maybe 5 feet above my head.
Yeah,
that is dangerous. What if there is a break in the signal? What if the batteries? That's why I hate electrical, battery operated products here. Mm-hmm. What if there's a glitch in the battery? What if something happens?
You're right. You're 100% right.
There's a cut in the transmission or the reception of the signal because somebody wanted to use his iPhone or a telephone or a cell phone, and the drone crashes on somebody's head. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that shit.
No.
So what I do is at car shows or whatever, if somebody's shooting anything, I ask him, hey, you know what? You mind if I use some of that footage, please? We're the assholes out here, just like you covering the fucking event. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, Mark, go right ahead, go do it. So that's what we do, bro.
Yeah.
Now some of these, there's one guy. Well, here's the thing: if you were to go to the Lake Michigan right now, well, not right now, but when it's nice, the weather is nice and it's what do you call that thing? Less wind.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see about 3 dozen people flying drones there.
Oh yeah.
And all kinds of drones. They got the little ones, the big ones, the medium-sized ones. I mean, it is insane. And now the fucking drone, the cheapest drone right now, before COVID, before COVID, it used to be $300-400. That DJI Mini.
Mm-hmm.
I think that motherfucker now is about $1,000.
Well, a drone license, a commercial drone license, the test is basically the same stuff you learn in ground school to get a pilot's license, because these drone pilots need to know how the FAA runs, how the FAA controls aircraft,
right?
To give you a better idea of where you can fly, where you can't fly, because again, the idiots are flying close to airports and stuff. But I understand that the drones now they have GPS lockouts where they won't fly close to an airport, or or they won't let you launch if you're too close to an airport, for example.
Right.
But and one of the laws, when the FAA regulation states that you can only fly a drone as long as you have visual line of sight.
Right.
Okay, and you know what all of these jerks are doing? They're all flying by remote. They're all using the they're watching their transmitter, because they have a screen, and the screen is showing what the drone sees. But according to the FAA, if you're flying a drone and you can't see where it is with your eyes, then you can't be flying it.
Guys, can I interrupt you? There's some big news. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
They chose a new pope, and he's American, the first American pope.
They got the new pope.
Oh, fucking dead.
Shit.
Leo the 14th. Robert P. something.
All right. Hold on. La 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 la. Let me.
The question is going to be more woke or less woke than the last one?
All right. Well, what happened was I saw that that
Robert Prevost.
Cardinal Robert Prevost.
Hey, that's pretty good. His family in Canada makes the big buses, and now they have a pope.
Yeah. You know what? Hey. Let me. Hay's for horses. But let me just say this. I saw that movie called Conclave, right?
Oh yeah.
Fuck it. Let me tell you something. Nobody was watching that movie, right? Nobody was fucking watching that movie. As soon as the Popey died, that movie went through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And after watching that, I see that movie has opened the eyes of a lot of people.
In history, going back hundreds of years,
electing a pope is just like your local political elections. There's a lot of horse trading. You got to trade horses, you got to trade ponies.
Well, yeah, I don't care what religion you're talking about. Religion is business.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's where I beg to fucking differ.
And if you ever go to the Vatican, if you go to Rome, go to the Vatican, you walk in the Sistine Chapel and you think, this business is doing pretty damn well.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to, you pass by a couple of churches. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm not going to say anything because somebody's going to get their panties in a twist and then there will be shabanga danga. So yeah, let's just watch the new pope. At least
how many votes did they have? 2?
I don't know.
I saw when they had their first vote, and I saw the black smoke. But
my only question is, why was the smoke black? Why did it have to be black?
All right, okay. This is how it works.
Yes,
the Cardinals take a vote.
Larry, that was a joke. Larry, that was a joke. I saw the movie Conclave.
Oh,
that was a joke.
Okay.
American Cardinal elected as the new pontiff. Now the question is the American Cardinal a Republican or a Democrat?
Well, that was my question. Is he more woke than the last pope?
story of the church, or perhaps the hidden secrets of the church?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This
discussed by the cardinals during their
they say
last week.
what do you call that thing?
Is the American
Religion
flag
and
going to
politics
take
are very
place there?
dangerous
People are
topics. You can
thrilled
never
about
win.
this, yeah, and there's quite a number of American students.
Oh my God, the new Pope is from
Dr.
Chicago.
O'Donnell was here, and he was going to be in the square with his American students.
Oh shit!
So you can imagine the cheering.
I love the Pope. I love the Pope. The Pope is good. The Pope is from Chicago. You know, they got three big personalities from Chicago. I'm just gonna go out and I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm just gonna say it on air, man. You want me to say it? Did you just dare me to say that? Did you just dare me to say that, Larry? You know, you got three great personalities from the city of Chicago. You got Curly.
Provincial prior of
the okay. You got me.
Of the Augustinians.
You got Eddie.
After 2.5 years.
Eddie now, hopefully you got the Pope. So you got four big personalities from Chicago. And it is so crazy of all the people, of all the highways, byways, oceans, seas. Larry, are you listening, Larry?
I'm listening.
You know, you have the what do you call that? The YouTubers that I mean, come on, let's face it. Curly, that guy's really cool, man. That guy's cool. All right. One of the coolest YouTubers I know from Chicago. Then you got Eddie from Chicago. And then you got me, producer Mark. And now you got the Popey from.
Hey, if I would have stayed, I would have been cooler than all you guys.
Who the hell would have thought that the three of the coolest personalities on YouTube right now? Well, I don't consider myself to be cool. I'm just a fool in love. But yeah, from Chicago, man. I am so fucking proud of that. We got Curly, we got Eddie, and we got the Pope now. That is really cool.
It's like the Italians gave up.
Trifecta.
Ever since Pope John Paul II, the Italians just gave up.
JB saying he drives a Pantera. My stories are true. Whoo! Oh shit! Oh, you guys are bad. I hope Curly's watching, man. Oh, I love my Curly. I wanted to. Here's my thing. I wanted to get in touch with Curly. Shit, I lost Curly's info, man. And I lost my old phone. That's why I have the new phone. But I want Curly, if you're listening, bro, give me a call. I wanted to arrange like a lunch or something. You know what I'm saying, Larry? What do you think?
Arrange what?
Lunch.
A little far for me, but yeah.
Yeah. Me and Curly, and you know what would be the craziest thing, man? I'm telling you. No, I mean I'm just talking. There's nothing wrong in talking. The craziest thing would be to have a lunch, and we're all live streaming, right? Me, Curly, and Eddie.
Do it.
I mean, I'm telling you, the internet is gonna fucking blow up.
Do it.
Even if it is for half an hour, and we can meet somewhere, just for hot dogs and fries, man. Just forget about everything. Just three human beings. Well, two are big personalities. You got, we got Curly, Curly, and my brother Curly. Then we got Eddie, and then you got me. I'm nobody, but still, we just meet for hot dogs and fries. We got our cameras rolling, and just a good old American lunch. What do you say, Larry? What do you? I need your input in this. Des, what do you think?
You do it, man. Do everything you can to get this working. And
I'm telling you. Listen, guys. I am on this. JB, if you're listening, put this in. Let Curly know. I am trying to get in touch with Curly. If my brother could give me a call. It's been I lost his number. I lost his number because shit. What the fuck do I have in my eye?
So Robert Francis Prevost is now Pope Leo the 14th.
Pope Leo the 14th.
Yeah.
Pope Leo the 14th. Oh shit! Hold on. Can you go to the wait a minute? I can't even. I'm blind, bro. Can you go to the lake where Eddie washes his car? Can kill many birds with one stone. Curly can fish, and Eddie can wash the car, and Mark can record it all and narrate. Oh my God!
What would you get Curly to drive his car into the lake?
No. Why would you say something like that? Why would Curly drive his car into the lake?
Because it's Chicago tradition.
No, well, you want to hear about?
No. What was the movie?
Hold on, Johnny.
The movie with gosh, now I can't think of the name.
I got a new name for you, Johnny.
Submarine Commander.
I remember going to the lake one time in my Jeep, right? My Wrangler.
Yeah.
And I got stuck on the fucking beach. I got stuck on the fucking beach. And yeah.
You know what's funny? I found a couple of YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
There's an inlet on the coast of Florida where the water gets really rough and all the
shit. The Hollover Inlet. The Hollover.
Yeah.
Inlet.
But then
listen. I am thinking one day I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna get my assault tactical chair, which is very comfortable, by the way. No. Hold on. I bought this at an Army surplus store. It is very comfortable. It's like a chair and a recliner, all in one. It's got a place for you to you put your. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. But I want to have my camera there, my 4K, 8K, whatever K camera, and I want to record all the boats coming in and going out. I have a friend that started doing that 3 years ago, and all he had at that time was a HFR 400 Canon camera.
Yeah.
Today, the guy has a fucking condo from the YouTube money he made. All he does every fucking day.
Hollover Inlet. Now, but you see, the other channels I've found, there are a couple of channels that they put their camera on the boat launches.
Oh my God, Eddie as the Pope. Yeah, man. Now listen, guys, if you guys are listening to this, I know we got a couple of people over here. There's nothing bad, Producer Mark's channel is completely neutral. It is Switzerland. It is Switzerland. We don't talk bad about anybody. We don't start fights here. There is no fucking drama here. Okay. If you guys can reach out to both parties, okay. I'm trying to reach out to Curly, but I lost his number. But I'll reach out to him one of these days on one of the streams. And if somebody can reach out to Eddie. Okay. Hey, and let's just meet three friends, just meeting, man. I'm telling you, it'll be epic. It will be fucking epic. And I'll do it if both parties agree, and we can do this. Absolutely. So if anybody out there is listening, please reach out to Eddie. Please reach out to Curly. To their camps, and let's make it happen. All right, continues, Johnny.
Where was I?
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. Eddie is the Pope. Yeah, man. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna send a message to Tan and see what he thinks. And yeah, man, I'm excited. Shit, I am excited. I want to do this. I want to get it done.
Are you still talking about lunch?
Yeah, I'm talking about lunch. Well, after lunch, what we can do is we can all have cigars. And
I know what I was going to say.
I'm telling you, bro, we can live
some of the funniest YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
They put cameras on boat launches and to watch morons launch their boats and recover their boats and crash into one another and argue with one another and throw each other off the dock.
Shamadogi, baby, Shamadogi. Here, let me get that thing.
And I love it when people who don't know how to recover or launch their boats, They back up their trailer with the boat into the water, and
Yeah.
they get too far down, and then and then
Larry, I
they can't pull out of the water.
Absolutely.
Then they drown their pickup trucks.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, this is not my friend that's doing that, but there's so many YouTubers that are sitting there.
Yeah, there were two girls that were they had a little boat, and they wear skimpy bikinis, and they're like the best at navigating the Haulover Inlet.
Hey man, if you're from Chicago, Dickens, I don't know who you are. Welcome to the chit show. Yeah, Chicago people. Yeah, we love to wear our hats, man. And I don't think anybody has a bigger collection of hats than your buddy here. Okay, I got the biggest collection of hats over here, bud. Yeah, this is fucking cool, man. I'm fucking excited. I am excited, Larry.
You sound excited. You look excited.
I want to get this thing done. I want to get
wear
done.
the same hat. Same hat for you guys.
Huh?
Are you guys wearing the same hat?
Somehow, whatever I have, Larry has the same fucking hat. What are the chances?
What are you wearing? I can't even tell.
I'm wearing a olive green tactical hat from 5.11 with an American flag on it.
Okay, I'm wearing this one is I wouldn't call it olive. Maybe it is olive.
Yeah, it
is. I feel like I'm in Desert Storm with Norman Schwarzkopf.
Yeah. I'm Tango, he's Cash. Oh man, this is fucking beautiful.
Oh, what have you been up to, Dis? Anything interesting?
Yes, what you been up to, man?
I've been working on my career, that I don't discuss online.
Okay.
Good, brother. Sometimes you got to keep everything confidential because people can take that and twist it and turn it and everything will be upside down. Oh Lord.
Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out.
Inside out. That's right.
I love that song, man.
Somebody's saying, have you ever seen the videos of those yachts sinking in Miami? Oh, absolutely. That's on these videos, Haulover Inlet. You see them every fucking time, every goddamn video you see a yacht go inside. Recently, what happened was, did you hear about that Lamborghini yacht that went down?
No.
Well, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up, sir. Yeah, apparently there was a Lamborghini, Lamborghini yacht sinking. Hello.
Larry, how have you been?
I'm so happy. My best friend is back in town. I love him. I love my best friend. There we go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. I can't turn the sound on, but there it is. That's a $4 million $4 million Lamborghini yacht.
Well, it was $4 million. Now it's a little less.
Yeah, well, it was. Says a $4 million Lamborghini yacht sinks off Miami Beach, stranding 30 plus influencers. Yeah,
that's funny.
Can you
stranding 30 influencers? I love that.
Can you imagine? Of course, I am just speaking from the back of my butt, but still, can you imagine? I mean, it just hit me. Can you imagine me, Curly, my brother Curly, and Eddie in one stream?
Oh, jeez.
Bro, I swear to God, we will break the internet.
That won't be the first thing you've broken.
Something will break.
I have to switch. I put on
and
511.
if they want me to pick him up, I'll pick him up in my Lamborghini Urus.
When did you get a Urus?
Oh, well, I don't have one, but I can get my friend's Lamborghini Urus.
That's the best kind.
Sorry, I should have said in a Lamborghini Urus, but I'm such a selfish son of a bitch. I'm saying in my Lamborghini Urus.
See, I like you because you're smart. Because that way you avoid the Lamborghini insurance payments, the Lamborghini maintenance, and the Lamborghini lease payments.
Absolutely. So I went to a place yesterday. Oh my god. Unfucking believable. It's Jesus, about an hour and a half away from me.
Mm-hmm.
In a town called, what the fuck is that? Oh no, it's a town, DeKalb. And you cannot believe the amount of cars that were there.
Oh.
You cannot believe. It's a facility. It is a facility that we don't really have. I mean I have footage, but I can't really show it. You know, it's one of those things.
Yep.
So I'm trying to see. I did make a little video. Here, and I asked them. I said, "Hey, you mind if I, put it up?" And they said, no problem." So let me see if I can bring that up a little bit.
Yeah, it's. I keep getting these emails from a Lamborghini dealer, and it's all. I'm sorry, McLaren dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always have these lease specials, $3,800 a month and 2,500 miles per year max.
2,500 miles per year. That's some bullshit.
Well, that's because most people buy, McLarens and Lamborghinis to pose.
Right.
Virtue signal and stuff, so they don't drive them very far. They drive them to Cars and Coffee, and then they put them back in the garage.
Right. I know a person that lives not too far from us, and he bought a Lamborghini Huracan, which is a Lamborghini Huracan is like a Honda of exotic cars.
Yeah.
It's very reliable.
Whoa. Lamborghini? I don't know about that.
No. Huracans are very, very reliable. I mean, no, hold on. Let me. Come on, man. From what I heard, from people that have that, and my buddy has it, so I'm telling you. And he told me, Mark, this son of a bitch is like a fucking what do you call that thing? Like a fucking.
Don't tell me it's like a Honda NSX because then you're full.
No. And the point we're trying to make, Larry, is to say that the Lamborghini this guy has, the Huracans, they are very they're very reliable. That's
I will say that Lamborghinis are more reliable than
Ferrari.
McLarens.
I would
and they're
say,
more reliable than Ferraris, but definitely
right.
I think the least reliable supercar or exotic is McLaren.
I would say that Lamborghinis are more reliable than Ferraris.
Yeah, especially since it's been a while now, but Lamborghini is part of Volkswagen Group. So, ever since that happened years ago, they got a whole lot more reliable. Like since they were back in the day of the Countach and the Diablo.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Because there are some channels you got to watch. Channels like the Stradman or Daily Driven Exotics.
I can't watch those channels.
Well, they're very entertaining. Entertaining.
I don't know. I don't find idiots with expensive cars entertaining, but that's just me.
No, just no. Hold on. Boy, you would just go fucking Rambo on the thing. It's not a question about idiots with expensive cars. That's not the point. The point is they have the car and they use
And
it.
they're idiots. Yeah.
They drive it, and then you find out all the quirks and things that are good with the car, things that are bad with the car. Of course, some
None of those guys are car guys, okay?
huh?
None of them.
Who?
The channels you mentioned. Stradman and
Yeah,
Daily
I don't know if they're car guys. Just because, see, that's another thing. Just because you have a car, a Lamborghini, doesn't make you a car guy.
That's my point.
Yeah.
It's like okay. I want to go on YouTube and I want to get clicks. Okay, I'll buy an expensive car and do stupid things with it to get clicks.
Speaking of clicks, well, this is what I was trying to fucking tell you. So my buddy owns this. Well, not my buddy. I know him from different car shows and stuff. He has a Lamborghini Huracan. Okay. And it's pretty nice. It's got a body kit on it and stuff like that. And what he does is, and I asked him, I said, why the fuck did you buy the car? The guy's like 295 pounds. I said, you can barely fit. I cannot fit in the damn car. He said, Mark, I bought the car 2 years ago, and the car is almost paid off. I'm like, what? So how the fuck did you do that? He said, well. And then I asked him, I said, why do you change your liveries? He wraps the car. Sometimes it's all different liveries on it, different decals and all this shit.
Yeah.
He said, Mark, I bought the car for these influencers. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, what I do is, he's in a group of these people that make music videos, right? In Chicago.
Yeah.
And Michigan and Wisconsin. And it's in the tri-state area, a little down to, St. Louis and all that. So what he does is he drives the cars over there. They put the car in the music video, and for the day, they give him $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Then you have other influencers that say, hey, we want to get some pictures with the car, right?
Right.
So can you meet us? Can you meet us at on the lake, by North Avenue Beach, and we can get some pictures of the car with you? Blah 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 blah. They get girls in bikinis and stuff like that, and he's charging fucking $200 an hour.
Yep.
He's a smart son of a bitch.
Well, that's like our old watch con man that's in prison right now. He was leasing a bunch of expensive cars.
Yeah. This watch thing. As you all know, I have totally pulled myself out of that whole thing. The watch community. But I think all this watch thing and all that, it's too good to be true, bro. I mean, you're getting a watch. How much are you going to tag on to that? You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking you to explain it.
What do you mean?
The lifestyle of these watch people like that asshole that went to jail for ripping people off, where he was having $30,000 stakes and stuff like that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, TGV. What about it?
Yeah. So how? I mean, that lifestyle. When I remember when me and Larry were talking about that thing a couple of years ago, and I think we both agreed that the thing is too good to be true, right, Larry?
Well, yeah. Well, everything on YouTube is like that because everything on YouTube is for clicks and views.
Yeah. The fuck! I have 5 people watching us right now.
Yeah.
We're on this channel here, goddamn.
That's 4 more than I have. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm watching myself.
Yeah, I do this for fun, and and
this is watching himself. I'm watching myself, and you're watching the 4 people who are watching you.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I am. You know what? I must say, I am waiting. Hey guys, if you're out there, you fuckers. If you can kindly hit that thumbs up, thumbs up right there. That'll make me happy. It ain't gonna do shit, but it'll just make me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I am waiting. Listen. This is bad. I got 6 people and 2 upvotes. Larry, shame on even you didn't fucking upvote. What the fuck's the matter with you? What is the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
I'm afraid to leave the studio. Then I'll cancel myself.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now the second thing is the chat monetized? I don't even.
You tell me. It's your channel.
Bro, I don't. Oh yeah, I do see a dollar sign. Yeah, we are accepting super chats. Oh God.
Yeah, we're accepting super chats. Send Larry to Israel so he can plant a tree.
There you go. There you go.
I want to plant a tree in Israel. That's what I want to do this summer.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome.
Oh man. Okay. As soon as I said super chats, so we dropped to 4. That's a good way of getting rid of people.
Hey, so I got to say, this is kind of sporting a new look since the last time I've seen him.
Man, you look good, bro.
He's got the full but closely cropped beard and mustache thing going on. Looks very businesslike.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I change. I constantly upgrade.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I need it for my job. Yeah,
Yeah. Goes with your watch collection,
Goes with your watch collection.
I'm selling this one tomorrow. I'm selling this one.
Hold on. What is that?
It's a Zinn, the German watch.
Oh, Sin, SINN.
Yeah.
How many?
Don't worry.
I understand they're made out of old U-boats.
How many?
That's like, is that part of their marketing? I'm kind of exaggerating. It's like made out of steel, right?
It's German engineering.
How many millimeter is that?
It's 41.
41. Still small.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's seen some action. You see, it's like it's a pilot's watch.
Yeah.
How much are you selling it for?
Like 600. I think 600. I have to convert it to shekels, but it's.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I still love only one brand, bro. There's only one. There's one brand I love, and I love
this stupid phone.
Invicta.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. And I love my 47 millimeter, man. Love my 47 millimeter.
Invicta rules, man. America. That's your
America. There you go.
That Larry loves this watch.
Below.
Yep. Lunar Pilot.
It's your one and done, isn't it? Like you don't wear anything else.
I wear this one, and I wear. I've got a ball that I wear, a mechanical one, and I wear this one, which
this is Citizen. Okay,
yeah.
What
I love about this one is it's radio controlled, so I never have to set it. It's always perfectly on time, and
Amazing.
It doesn't. It charges from sunlight, so I never have to put a battery in it. Never have to wind it. And this one, the Lunar Pilot, this is it's that bull of a 262 hertz whatever movement. Yeah. And they say it's accurate to a second a month, and I timed it for 6 months, and it is
crazy.
Hey,
it's really crazy.
Why don't you two continue to talk? I'm gonna shut my mic off for a second. All right.
All right.
Okay. Here I have another Citizen Echo Drive, also charged by the sun. You know it?
Yeah.
It's a diver watch, 300 meters.
Yeah.
Small, 300 millimeters. Yeah. You don't have to worry.
So I'm trying to remember this. Is Bulova part of the same conglomerate now as Citizen?
No, I don't know. don't know.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, and this thing, gosh, this thing I bought at the Costco in Billings, Montana, when I moved to Cody, Wyoming in 2005. It's
Yeah.
Casio, radio controlled, and solar powered, and it's still right. So the whatever they have, it's not a battery. What's the word I'm thinking of? This. It's not an accumulator. It's a
Eco Drive.
No. The electronic component. It's not a capacitor. Maybe it is a capacitor. But anyway,
Yeah, I know.
But this thing still holds a charge for. If it's fully charged, it runs for 7-8 months, and it's 22 years old now. And yeah, so. And because I just did the whole reversal, as you know. I used to have mechanical watches, and it was harder and harder to get people to work on them. And then the older I got, I don't need this in my life. I don't need to worry about where I'm going to get my watch repaired or where it's going to get serviced. So, hey, have you guys heard of that new car company, Slate, SLATE?
No, I don't believe so.
I guess it just appeared a few weeks ago, and evidently a lot of the money behind it is from Jeff Bezos, the guy who shoots his girlfriend in the orbit into space. But the idea is, it's a real plain Jane little pickup truck. It's an electric truck, which I don't care for EVs, but the concept is. It's got roll-up windows. It doesn't have fancy navigation, and it's $27,500. And with the tax rebate, it's $20,000. And it's the body is impregnated plastic. So if you want to wrap it, they'll sell you a wrap kit for $500. If you want to enclose the back of the pickup and make it an SUV, they'll sell you that. So you can buy it piece by piece, and you can start out with something that's really plain.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, why don't you look up Slate Automotive, Mark, and see if you can put it up on the screen.
Oh, please, for the love of God, don't even talk to me about Slate Automotive. What the hell kind of stupid shit is that?
Well, it's better than paying $60,000 for an F-150.
Asta said it's the same company, Boulevard Citizen, so conglomerate.
Boulevard Citizen, yeah, Boulevard Citizen. Yeah.
Slate truck, right? They had a grand. They had the, what do you call that thing? They had a grand opening inauguration of that. But this is like a fucking. I'm bringing it up, brother. Hold on one second.
Yeah, the thing I got tired of, I'm really tired of cars that have infotainment systems and built-in navigation, and because all that stuff, gets old in 6 months,
right? And
you can't replace it.
Right. So this is your.
This is just a little basic vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to buy one because it's electric, but I like the idea of having a basic vehicle, and like I said, this one comes with roll-up windows. I like my Mustang because it only has one computer, and that's the ECU that drives the fuel injection. So I got less stuff to break.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cars that use cartoons to do their marketing. Again, this thing is too good to be true. Maybe it is true.
Well,
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see if they get it launched. But
yeah,
I think the idea is okay.
There have been a lot of companies that came around. They wanted to do it. There was one company I remember. what was that thing called? Arlo?
Oh, there have been several. There's one. There's one in southern.
No, there was one company, man. These sons of bitches. This thing was called the Elio.
Yeah.
You remember the Elio?
Sure. Yeah, it's that three-wheeled thing.
Yes, the three-wheel
Oh,
thing.
and there's another three-wheeled thing being started up just north of San Diego in California. I'm trying to remember the name. It's an electric Aptera.
Yeah, yeah. They came up with this thing a few years ago, and they brought it down here. I went to see the fucker, and then they were going to launch it. They were on every single news website. That was 6 years ago, so they didn't have a lot of YouTubers doing car reviews and shit. But this thing never took off.
Yeah, well, the one that's taken its place is called an Aptera, and it's electric, and its gimmick is it's three wheels and it's lightweight, and they claim that okay, you can get the option of having the roof covered with solar panels, and if you have it parked out in the sun in Los Angeles all day, the solar will capture 40 miles of travel.
Right.
So theoretically, if you're using it for commuting and you park it outside in the sun, you'll never have to plug it in.
That's great.
You know, but that the Aptera has been around for years and years and years. Originally, it was going to be a little gasoline engine like the Elio.
Right.
And then it disappeared for a while, and then it came back as an EV. So,
yeah, they're still trying to see if this car is going to come out. I mean, but now, China is selling cars on eBay for $3,000.
Well, Trump's going to fix that because now they're $6,000.
You know. Another thing that's going on is the war between India and Pakistan. What are your thoughts about that thing?
Well, are you asking if I think it's if it's going to go nuclear? No, I don't think it's going to go nuclear.
Do you think we are on the brink of World War III?
No.
Okay, good. That puts my
and that's what I hate about the internet, because anytime there's any kind of a political upheaval or a war starts, every YouTuber, including the ones that came from big media, now have their own podcasts.
Oh yeah,
I've seen so many YouTube headlines.
Yeah,
World War III.
Yeah, and the other thing is that you see a lot of headlines with these AI created shit.
Oh God, I can't stand. Have you been getting that this in your feed?
Yeah,
AI generated videos.
Yeah, I hate that shit because I fell for it a few times, and I'm like, oh fuck, what the hell did I do now?
It's like I watch a lot of car videos, so what I get in my feed is new 2025 Toyota Supra, 850 horsepower, and you look at the thumbnail and it's like AI generated.
Right?
And then I see 110 views, and I go like, fuck you.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
So Pasta, what truck do you own? Are you on a Ford or a Chevy or a GMC, or he says he's a pickup guy?
He's a pickup guy, right?
Pickups used to be the cool thing because they were a lot cheaper than like SUVs built on the same platform.
Right.
And then everybody wanted to buy, and they started selling super expensive, like the Ford Platinum F-150s.
Right.
You can spend $100,000 on a pickup truck real easy now.
100,000, more than some of these fucking trucks are more than 100,000. And you still see it's so crazy with this automobile industry. You still see some cars at dealerships with the new pickup, $37,000. Okay, but when you go to the dealership, guess what? They never have that car for $37,000.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They got one for 68,000, but not 37,000.
Yeah, well.
All right, I'm gonna go log off.
All right.
Where are you going,
All right,
Des?
Jess, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, brother.
To get some dinner, but yeah, good to see you. I hope you stream more often so we can talk more.
You got it. You got it. Yeah, I'm trying to do some more. The girls have been busy, man, and I've been so busy. I'm trying to fix this place up. Oh man, it's not easy, bro. It's running a one-man show is it kind of catches up on you. I promised somebody that I was going to do something about my own stuff, and I haven't done it because I've been so busy. But thank you, Des.
It's good. Like routine is blessed. It's the best thing you can have. Routine.
Yes, I totally agree. I agree with
Okay,
you.
So talk to you.
Thank you.
You got it. See you, Des.
Bye, Des. Thank you, brother. That is so good to have our brother Des.
Yeah, nice to see Des.
Yeah. And that's what the channel is about, man. It's all about friendship, building bridges, meeting friends, having friends, and keeping friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the internet, my friend, is a very dangerous. The internet is a very dangerous place. One thing.
It's dangerous if you don't know what the heck you're dealing with.
Well, yeah, that and one thing that I have learned from experience is, and well, not personal experience, but I have seen people. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
And keep it to your personal opinion. Don't try to shove it down my throat. So that's the thing. Now, on a different note, I got some wall panels.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
So I'm trying to figure out what am I going to use. So I took your advice because you're my consigliere, and I bought these. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see them?
Those are wall panels?
No, these are not wall panels. That sticky shit that goes behind the wall panel.
Oh yeah. Well, so you got double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape, right?
I don't see any foam in that.
No, because I stuck one and it kind of stuck really, really strong. Because my walls are flat. My walls are flat, so I really didn't need to. I really didn't need to stick it right.
Well, okay. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Stick them up, and because those walls are not flat. Okay.
What?
And 3 or 4 days or a week, half your tiles are going to fall down.
I hope not. I hope not. Well, I stuck one 3 hours ago, and I kind of pulled on it. I pushed it up. I pushed it down. That thing is stuck like a motherfucker.
Well, test it for a while because
I'm gonna leave that up. Tomorrow, my buddy's coming, and he's gonna help and fix that thing, and we gonna get done.
I've never seen a wall that's flat in my life. You're talking to somebody who's built several apartment buildings and homes, so there's no such thing as a flat wall.
Well,
no, flat is a piece of sheet metal. Yeah.
Hey, listen, my English is not that good. The wall is smooth.
It's not smooth either. I mean, there's different textures you can put on.
Yeah.
But even a smooth wall is not.
Let me just put it this way: the fucking tape is sticking to it.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, let's see if it sticks to it in a couple of weeks.
I would say, yes, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Because it is really nice, though. I mean, that is a nice. I stuck one little cube. It is nice, man. That looks great. And I'm going to cover. I'm going to cover the walls on the opposite side. So when I turn that camera around for interviews,
Yeah.
it's going to be really cool. And maybe if they do any pictures or stuff like that,
Yeah.
because I am going to be having guests in this room.
You will be.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. 2 days I was on a diet. Stayed away from Coke and everything. And then yesterday, son of a bitch, I had some fish fillets. I had 2 fish fillets because I was so hungry. Broke my diet. Had 2 glasses of Coca-Cola. Then I don't know what, half a pint of fucking chocolate ice cream. Whew.
So, when you went on a diet, what do you mean? Did you have anything to eat?
I had I started my day today with fuck me dead, McDonald's. Then I had an apple and a banana.
No. You said you were on a diet, and then you ate all this stuff. So, what did you eat when you were on a diet?
When I was on a diet, I did not drink any soda, and I did not eat any fast food.
Oh, okay. And by soda, do you mean regular caffeinated sugar soda?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, Chocamola, Haskola, Wanawola.
Yeah, I can't afford McDonald's
JB,
anymore.
jump on, bro. Where you at? Jump on, goddammit. Here, let me drop the link for you. Jump on. Hello. Yeah, I indulged pretty heavily yesterday. Here, indulgent. Here you go. Dropping the link for JB. JB, come on down. We'd love to have you jump on. Jump up. That was good to see this, though.
Yeah.
That was good. The other day I did a little stream. I didn't do all that, but it was pretty good. We were like 4 friends from, crazy, man, 4 different corners of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a buddy of mine, Jordanian, from high school.
Mm-hmm.
I had another brother. He's in Israel. I had another dear brother of mine. He's in Hong Kong, and it was me. So you got 4 different people from 4 different continents.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Well, the thing that's always amazed me on this StreamYard is that you can have people all over the world, and the latency is pretty minimal.
Yeah.
I mean, you see on professional newscasts, you see
right.
I don't know, they don't do satellite hookups anymore, but it's like even I saw one last week. Somebody in New York was talking to somebody in London, and they had to wait.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't talk over themselves because there was quite a delay.
Yeah.
And on this silly free StreamYard, there's no delay.
Right.
We had no delay between Israel, Chicago, and Cody, Wyoming.
It is amazing. Now some of my friends are like, Mark, you got to try Restream, and you got to try Evix Mux or all that. But I'm like, shit, man, I like my StreamYard. I really do like my StreamYard.
Yeah, it's. I haven't seen.
I have the big 3 Dodge Ram Heavy, Chevy Silverado, and the older Ford F-150. F-150. 50 in the air, baby. Shamadoobie.
Yeah, well, the Ram is back.
The Ram is back, coming down.
Yeah, there's going to be a 2026 Dodge or Ram. What do they call it? They had a special model for a few years. It was like they called it a sport truck or something, but it was a lower price and they're bringing it back. It's going to be under 50 grand, but like $48,000 MSRP.
Under 50 grand.
With a Hemi. But the Hemi is definitely back. And because Dodge can't sell any of those Charger Daytonas, the electric ones.
Yeah.
In fact, the first quarter of the year, Dodge sold more leftover Chargers, 2023 and 2024 Chargers, than they did the new EV Charger.
Right.
So that's turning out to be the biggest failure in a new car launch in a long time.
Yeah. That is crazy, bro.
With Trump rolling back the EPA regs, and I've read in several places, Dodge is or Stellantis is they're moving the engine. They're moving the engine production plant from Mexico back to the United States, and they've announced already that the Hemi is coming back because that straight six they came up with isn't doing very good.
Right.
They did stupid things like BMW did the same thing. Put plastic water pumps on the engine. They had a lot of plastic components and.
Yeah, they had. What the hell? They had the radiator water bottle underneath, right behind the front bumper.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of reasons that
3 inches max from the ground.
Well, there are
a rock. Dickens cider saying like a rock. Like a rock.
well, when you design a vehicle, half of it is you have to design it to be assembled on the assembly line. So there are some engineers whose only job it is to figure out how to make it cheaper to build on an assembly line. And those are the guys who say, hey, if we put the radiator overflow bottle right behind the bumper, we can save 30 seconds on the assembly line. But that may not be that good when you crash the truck or when you're trying to when Joe's trying to repair it, but it's easier on the assembly line. It's quicker on the assembly line.
Right.
So you see a lot of stupid shit like that all the time.
See some crazy shit, man. You see some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything's just going wagoo.
Oh, and that's the problem with Ferrari. You owned a 308, didn't you?
I sure did, brother.
Yeah. So what do you have to do to change the? What am I thinking of? The timing belt.
Everything was fucking engine out. Here he is, my brother JB.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Oh,
what's up, fellas?
Hey. You're here. You're there.
What's going down, man? I haven't seen my brother JB in a long time.
Yeah, man. It's like, dude, sometimes I don't get your notifications, and then sometimes by the time it's almost done already, or off hours. It's been kind of weird.
Hey,
how's my audio? I'm known for my bad audio, so how's my audio right now?
Your audio, we can hear you. As long as we can hear you, you are good, sir. You are good. I love you, JB. Hey, listen, we were talking about this. What do you think? What is your opinion about doing this iconic stream? Me, Curly, and Eddie.
Oh, it'd be awesome, bro.
You think we'd break the internet?
Oh, I think it would be epic. You kidding me? Yeah, why not, bro?
It would be epic. Now the only problem is I lost Curly's phone number. So if anybody can reach out to him and tell him, hey, call Mark. Send me a text. He has my number. How do
I get in touch with you, Mark? Because I have both contacts.
Yeah. I'll. You have an email address?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to give your email address on air, and I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat. I'll put it in the private chat.
Yeah. Well, here, man.
Yeah. Give me a second.
No. Hold on. I got it.
No, put it.
I'm putting it up for you. I'm putting the number up.
Oh. Oh, well, all right. In the private chat?
Yeah, I just put it up.
There we go.
You
You
get
have
it?
WhatsApp, right? Yep. You have WhatsApp?
Yeah. I have WhatsApp too. Here, hold on.
You there?
La. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I'm here.
All
Private
right.
chat.
You have WhatsApp or no?
Yeah, no. I have WhatsApp, but that's a
bro.
different number. Why, you have WhatsApp?
Oh. Yeah, I
You have
do,
WhatsApp?
because,
All right.
overseas, WhatsApp is the
Hold
best.
on.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
here. See the bottom, the
All right,
the
gotcha.
bottom number is my WhatsApp.
Yep.
Add me in right now.
All right.
And tell Shirley to get in touch with me. You have both my numbers now.
Yep, I got it. I'll send it to you.
Shabba-doo-boo-boo-bee-dee-doo.
Let me put it in now.
Huh? Yeah, put it in. Put it in.
Let me do that now before I lose it. Hold on.
Yeah, and then send me a text. Send me a message so I got it, Shabba-doo-pop-pop. Shabba-doo-bop-boo. What's up? Okay. Yeah, I think that would be very, very epic. Just three guys, just three friends, just sitting down, getting to know each other, and just have one fucking stream. I'm telling you, man, we would fucking break the internet. The internet would break.
Yeah, no doubt. I can't stay long. As soon as I jump off, then I'll send you a message, and then you got it.
You got it. And tell Curly to call me, please. I've been trying to get in touch with him, but he comes on, but when he comes on, he's a late night guy. He's like what's his he's like Mancow or Howard Stern. When he comes on, I'm in the la la land. I'm like snoring, man. So yeah, tell brother Curly to give me a call.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Eddie as well.
Yeah. Reach out and let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Well, I'll send you both the numbers. How about that? I'll send you both the numbers.
No. Reach out to them first. Reach out to them first.
All right.
And
Okay.
I like to do things in a respectable manner. I did have Curly's number. You know what? If you can send me.
While I do that, why don't you send me the new Pope's number? Why don't we trade off a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
The new what number?
The new Pope's number. He's from Chicago, baby.
Shit, I don't have his number, baby. If I had that number,
listen. I've been since this was announced. You know how Trump talks with his pouty. You know how Trump talks with his pouty lips and his palms wide open as he's talking. I've been doing it to my wife exactly, and to my parents. I'm like, he's a great Pope. I know him. He's a great American. He's a great American. He's going to make the Catholic world great. He's an awesome man.
Oh shit! Oh man,
dude, do you know how many comedians are gonna go at this? It's not even. It is not even mocking. It's just really funny. I mean, we should have a laugh, right?
Fucking insane.
We should have a laugh.
JB, do me a favor. When you send me the message, send me Curly's number. I did have Curly's number. Curly knows that.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
But I lost it. And then I'll reach out to both of them, and you can reach out on your end to Eddie also, and then we'll arrange something. But
but when I heard that today, I was like, "What? The guy is American from Chicago?" And by the way, there's been 13 Leos before him. What?
When you said that, that's when it was like a lightning strike. Like shit. All the people in the world. No, seriously. Just think about it. Of all the people.
I know, bro. I thought it was iconic. You're on. I'm typing in your chat and I hear it and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, all the fucking.
Sorry. God forgive me.
In the YouTube land, in the world, you got Curly.
Dude, seriously.
You got Eddie, and you got me. Well, I'm nobody, but still from Chicago.
And now the Pope.
And the Pope. I mean, this is crazy. Oh, shit.
And the Pope. No big deal. No biggie. You know what I'm saying? No biggie. I thought it was funny, dude. I was like, what? Are you serious?
Unbelievable.
Like, holy cow, bro. This is crazy.
Now, here's the thing, is the new Pope.
What a great Pope. What a great Pope. A great American. I know him personally.
But you gotta use your hands too, bro.
Oh, I'm doing it. You just can't see me, but I'm doing it.
Can't do it without the hands. Wow, this
Yeah,
is
bro.
fucking awesome.
It is
None-
crazy, dude. It's good. Look, you know what, man? One thing
Yeah,
I'll always say is like, I think the World Cup. I know America isn't huge with soccer like the rest of the world, but I think it's always great when the World Cup is won by a small country. I think it brings so much fame to that country, and the same thing with this. I mean, with the Pope. It's great. It's great for America. It's
Yeah.
great for America. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Everything is
Yeah.
going good for America, man. We got a great
Yeah,
president.
man.
We got some great
That's right.
mayors. We're having
That's
fun.
right.
Life is beautiful. We don't want no
Yeah,
war.
man.
We want to
No.
be happy. We want our kids to be good. We want our families to be fine. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, I hope this Indian-Pakistan thing doesn't get out of control, bro.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is
Starting to worry me a little bit.
Yeah, that is do not underestimate India and Pakistan, brother.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what's worrying me, bro.
They are both at each other's throats. Then they
Yeah, I
both
know, bro. That's what's worrying me, bro.
nuclear fucking warheads.
I know.
And India actually infiltrated into Pakistan and dropped bombs in Pakistan. Now, the Pakistanis are thinking their moves. They're trying to get
exactly,
down,
bro.
and they're trying to figure
I mean,
out.
think about this. For India to wait 2 weeks
Yeah,
before retaliation,
right.
they're calculated, bro. They're
they are.
calculated.
Well,
They don't shoot from the hip. Both of these countries don't shoot from the hip. When they play for keeps.
Yeah. They already had a war in 1968.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, I'm not diminishing the Ukraine, Russia, and
No.
obviously
You're right.
Israel, Gaza, but a lot of that is so much more political. And I'm not diminishing. I don't think it's resolved because of political reasons, and not to diminish. Not to diminish the people that are dying, but these two countries going at it? Nah, bro. That's serious shit right there.
To Asia, man. That's a gateway. I mean, just look at it. If any of them go nuclear, it's over.
Dude, and both of them are not afraid to do it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny, being in Europe, I see all the sites and the news channels from Europeans and from Europe. And then, of course, America isn't giving it that much attention, man.
Yeah.
You only hear a little bit of like on Fox and CNN and MSNBC. I don't bother with, but here it's all over the place. You got BBC, you got Sky News, you got CNN, Europe. I mean, everybody's on it. America's kind of like the news outlets aren't even like covering it that much. Like it's not a big deal. It's a big deal.
They're not even talking about it. And
nah, man, it's a big deal. I mean,
war becomes dangerous. I know we're all educated here. War becomes dangerous because when they go tit for tat.
Yeah, and that's these two countries will do that all day, every day.
And next thing you know,
they play for checkmate. They're gonna go for checkmate. Each one is gonna go for checkmate. They don't play around too much.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a second, guy. How long has it been since Pakistan and India got nukes?
Shit, they've had the nukes since.
When did they get nukes?
And Pakistan has a nuke since the 80s, man.
Yeah. I was gonna I don't know the year, Larry, but a long time. Yeah. I mean, both countries that I've always known have had nukes.
They've had them
Am I
for
wrong?
more than a week, and they haven't blown each other up yet.
Well, they can't really. They have to be. They have to. You can't. When you go nuclear.
It's got to be a little more than what just happened, but it's escalating very quickly.
That's it. You are in the final, the day of judgment is here.
Exactly.
Once you go
exactly.
nuclear, I don't think any of these countries will ever go nuclear.
I hope not. To be honest with you, I hope not. But
I don't think.
Guys, look at history. We dropped 2 nukes, and that's it. Nobody else has ever used a nuke.
Yeah.
So when you say, Russia, during the Cold War, Russia's crazy.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe okay, this is just my opinion. I think Ukraine and Russia are much more civilized to have a little more reserve than Pakistan and India.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, in my opinion. I think pushed long enough. I mean, think about this. They attacked India in the tourist city 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
With the militia from Pakistan. Of course, a lot of these countries use these air quote militias just to try to say that it wasn't the government, but we all know what it is, right?
Sure.
India took 2 weeks to say, let's think about this, let's investigate, airstrikes.
Yeah.
Now, out of those airstrikes, I think it was like 10 jets or something like that provided the airstrikes. Pakistan said, we knocked down 2 of their jets, burned them down. India said, no, you didn't. And then Pakistan comes out with pictures and sends it to the news outlets and says, here it is.
Yeah.
This is escalating quickly. With these countries, look, man, who are we? We can't prevent any of this, but it's worrisome with these type of countries, and I don't mean that in a demeaning way. You don't hear about them often, and when you do, I think it needs to be paid attention to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's certainly on the U.S. government's radar, and whether it gets reported on the United States in United States media, that's a whole other thing.
Exactly. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, because if there's no interest, then the media isn't going to just put it out there, right? They're going to put out what sells. But I can tell you, it's all over Europe, Larry. People are worried.
Yeah, I know it's all over Europe.
Yeah, people are worried, bro.
Yeah, well, it's
India, Pakistan. That's dangerous.
Hey, so JB, what part of Europe are you in?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, I still got shitty ass. I'm in Portugal.
Oh.
So I still have shitty ass signal since last week with all these goddamn
Portugal,
power outages.
That's the land of Ronaldo, right?
That's right, baby.
Oh yeah, you had the all net zero power outage, right?
Exactly. Who the fuck knows about that now? No one knows what it really is. There's a lot of thoughts and reasons, et cetera, but
well,
I don't know, bro.
Well,
shit's upside down.
What is net zero thing?
Well, they want Spain and I guess parts of Portugal. We're not going to use more fossil fuel. We're not going to use fossil fuel. We're going to use wind and hydro and solar.
You got to stop that shit.
And
well, that's the thing. It started in the south of France.
Yeah,
going right back.
Progressed through to Spain, all of Spain, and then all of Portugal, all within 5 minutes. Total darkness. Darkness. It was during the day. It wasn't darkness, but yeah, I got power back at 10 p.m., which again isn't the end of the world. Like the last place I lived in the U.S. was in the mountains of Virginia and West Virginia. Like it's a storm comes is what you expect, but it's different. This is 3 different countries. You're like, whoa, wait a minute now, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, it's like Trump said. You can't power the grid with butterflies, butterfly farts.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Look what happened in California. That was a couple months ago. Yeah, that lithium battery storage.
Right. So that burned down?
Yeah, it burned for like a week and a half. And then it lit up again. It's the other thing. People don't realize how dangerous lithium batteries are. Crap,
I know, bro. Remember that? What was it? Last year or 2 years ago, Larry, that there was in the middle of the ocean that
the car carrier, the roll off ships. Yeah,
it burned for like 2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks it was burning.
Yeah,
all electric cars, Porsches.
That one was full of Lamborghinis and Porsches and stuff.
Right.
What about the apartment building in Seoul, South Korea?
Yes. That too, bro. That's right.
It was 200 families were homeless out of this apartment building. and it burned like 150 cars in the parking structure.
So far, what we've heard here is exactly what you guys have heard. There was atmospheric pressures and temperature drops that caused a shift in the bio energy system that started in France and then escalated to Spain and Portugal and wiped everything out. Supposedly, there's a lot of rumors that it's going to happen again within 2 days.
Translate it. Let me translate. It means that you didn't when you got rid of all the conventional ways of creating energy.
Right.
You have no and what's the term they use in the business when you have
you have no viable way to really get over this type. I don't know how to say it either, Larry, but there's no viable, really resource to. Yeah.
The problem is you need to, like, when you're generating coal-fired electricity, you run the plant. You're running the plant and to meet demand.
Right.
But when you're getting electricity from the sun, you got to store it somewhere.
That's right.
And that's going to be where? In a battery farm somewhere.
That's right.
And if you don't
And by the way, leading up to this, leading up to this,
so go ahead.
yeah, leading up to this, for 2 weeks we had nothing but rain.
Yeah. So
cloudy, overcast, rain for 2 weeks. And here's the best part.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, okay, a part of me giggles a little bit, right? Because I'm American first and foremost. Okay. I moved to Europe, but I was born in America. I'm American, true and blue. Did I move? I did it for the best of my family and myself, et cetera, all the different reasons. However, I still believe in America. I still love America, all that stuff. But I love how the world makes fun of America, especially now with the internet. Every time there's a storm, every time there's something, oh, look, they're buying toilet paper. They're buying this, milk and eggs and this. Okay. Guess what they were doing here?
Afford to buy eggs.
Guess what they were doing here, bro?
Yeah.
Buying toilet paper, fucking eggs and milk and bread, and everybody was running for generators. Well, guess what? Everybody was buying gas generators. Hey, most of these places, these pumps don't work.
Yeah, but
they don't work.
When the
I was
power
looking
goes
for
out,
a propane
when
generator.
the power goes out, your gasoline station pumps are powered by electricity, you morons.
Exactly. Larry, I was going all up. Now I contracted a guy. He's sourcing me 3,000 watt generate propane. I want propane. I don't want gas.
Yeah.
I don't want gas. That's silly. Why would you buy gas when the pumps aren't going to work, bro? It's crazy to me.
It's like, well, I mean, look what happened in Florida during the hurricanes.
Right.
People with Teslas.
Look what happened in Jersey with Sandy.
Hurricane Sandy. The power goes off. The morons who bought Teslas can't charge them, and so they left them at home. And when they got flooded, half of them when they got flooded burst into flames.
I know. Listen, I have family in Jersey still, okay? I was living in Virginia at the time when Sandy came through and devastated the whole tri-state area, okay? Yeah. I had cousins that told me they had to go to upstate New York and they were buying in steel drums, gas, 50 gallons. They were paying over $1,000 to fill 50 gallons because then, of course, the prices went up like crazy. Just to power the generators, just to power their trucks, et cetera, et cetera. However, there were people that were so stupid putting it in garbage cans, bro. By the time they went down the road 20 miles away, the trash cans had melted or fuel all over. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Nobody wants to keep 50 gallons of fuel on their property. Beyond the danger part, you got to do stabilizers. I used to do that with my bikes and generators and that. When I was in the U.S., no, I want propane. I don't want any of that bullshit. So now, hopefully, I'm going to get one within a week or two. I'm going to get a propane generator. This guy's looking at one for me.
Well, out here in Cody, you get out of town, and I've got all the services to my house. I've got water, gas, etc., electricity. But you get out of town, and you may have electricity. but you have a septic system for
Yeah.
your house.
Same thing when I was in Virginia, bro. I lived in
and-
Winchester, Virginia, which is the mountains. If electricity went down, I was well water. It was the only thing that was gas was my and gas was propane. I had a huge propane tank. Was it was my what was it, my dryer and my water heater. That's it. Everything else was electric. So I had to have a generator always ready because I lived in the mountains. There were storms, 4 foot of snow, etc. And by the way, because we were very rural in the mountains, when there's power outages, good luck. It's going to take days. It used to take me.
I've been here for 22 years, and I can tell you there's probably, I just went through one a couple of days ago, but 3 to 4 power outages a year, like clockwork.
Yeah.
And
I used to have, and so my driveway was gravel up probably a 30-degree rake all the way up to the top of the property where I was. And it had to be gravel because anything else beyond gravel, you would just slide all over the place during the winter. It was impossible. So my neighbor was kind of like a, how can I say? He was a homegrown guy with he used to do a lot of sewer stuff, a lot of grading, a lot of rock, but he had machinery, right? Big machinery. So when it was normal, when I can keep up with it, I had my small tractor, I had my 4x4 with the blade in the front. I used to be able to keep up with it. But when it went too crazy and too fast or too wet, I had to call him and be like, dude, could you come and help me out? He had a small dozer. He would have to pull all that shit out up the driveway 400 yards, or I wouldn't even be able to leave the house. There's no way. I had an unlimited 2017 Dodge 4x4 1500. My wife had an H3. When it gets too big, too much, too thick, you need heavy machinery. There's no way around it.
Out here, I'm just west of Cody is the Buffalo Bill Reservoir. It's like a 10-mile long reservoir.
Okay.
And it was built. It was Buffalo Bill's idea, and this is what irrigates northwest Wyoming. And the Buffalo Bill Dam was the tallest dam in the world when it was built. And on the other end of the reservoir, there was a piece of property for sale on top of a mountain. It was about 100 acres, and I was thinking about. I was trying to put a deal together and subdivide it. But here was the problem. The road to get to that property, it was private. In other words, it's not a county road.
Private, like an easement or easement through other properties, or
this is where it got hinky. Okay, there are 5 or 6 property owners on this road.
That's nasty, man.
And nothing was recorded. And
my God, that's the worst.
I've been in the real estate business a long time, so I knew what I was looking at. So I contacted all the property owners. In fact, one of the property owners is a client of mine.
Hold on, Larry, JB.
Yeah.
Pakistan just attacked.
Fuck me dead, bro. Seriously?
Yeah. It's live right now.
No sound, bro. No sound.
No. I can't put sound. I can't put that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sorry.
But, they're.
I told you, bro. This shit is escalating very quickly, bro.
Yeah. Well, Pakistan is not going to sit back.
No, of course not, bro. But
when you breach the sovereignty of the country,
they're very proud, bro. You know as well as India and Pakistan are very proud people, bro. They're not going to lay down.
Yes.
That's what makes me nervous.
Coming into action as the first projectiles came in.
Holy shit.
There have been multiple attempted aerial incursions using UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, and the defensive systems were promptly activated in Jammu. The drones were successfully neutralized mid-air through the coordinated deployment of advanced technologies. Like I said, no damage has.
Yeah, see, the problem is, here in States, they have no fucking clue, man. They have
no clue, Mark. No clue, bro. No clue. And I'll be honest with you, Mark.
Yeah.
When I used to live in the U.S., I didn't give a shit about this either. But now,
Yeah,
I pay attention. I understand more.
I saw this guy one time, right? He had a big Ukrainian flag. Okay, nothing against Ukrainians, guys. All right.
Right.
Fucking
Yep.
personal opinion, what I'm saying, I got to say this disclaimer because a lot of people get their panties in a twist. The panties.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
So I asked him. I said, and I played dumb. I said, what is
Sure.
that, my opinion? And he goes, that's the flag of Ukraine, and we stand for Ukraine, and Ukraine is.
Right. I know.
I said, oh, good. Where is Ukraine?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
The guy.
I'm with you, bro. Listen, all over, like.
Absolutely no fucking clue where Ukraine was. 20 years
Listen,
ago.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, in Europe, when I say Europe, you're talking about Greece, Italy, all the countries, right?
Yeah.
Graffiti is still prevalent like it was 30 years ago in the US, which is bizarre to me. It's bizarre to me, bro. Like no one does that in the US for the most part anymore.
I've seen pictures of graffiti in Switzerland lately.
Oh, dude, it's 30 years ago in the U.S. It's out of control, bro.
Yeah,
I can't understand
the
it.
last time I was in Switzerland, it looked like a model railroad layout. Everything was perfect.
Yeah. Larry, it's all over Europe, like 30 years ago in the U.S. And people and these kids are writing Free Palestine all over the place. And I'm like, I'm not picking a side, but please, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's those morons. What river and what sea? I don't know.
No, they don't know, man. They don't even know. That same thing that Mark just said. They don't even know. This is what fucking kills me, bro. They have no clue. It's a cultural pop thing to say.
Yeah.
Rebel against something you don't even know what the fuck you're rebelling against.
What I really love is LGBTQ people pro Palestine or pro Palestine. Why don't you go over there and tell them you're LGBTQ and see what happens?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, you just hit the nail on the head, Larry.
25 years ago, right? 25 years ago. 25 years ago, right around 9/11. This guy, man, fuck Iraq, man, and fuck Afghanistan, and fuck this, and fuck that, and fuck.
Now it's the other way around. Now it's everything against America, bro.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing. So I asked the guy, I said, where's Afghanistan? The guy has no clue. Where's Iraq? Guy has no clue. My point is
just hate, bro. It's rhetoric.
My point is not about Afghanistan or Iraq or Gaza or Israel. The American
they don't know.
Is so illiterate.
But it's not just that, Mark. It's not even America anymore, bro. Europe is in the same spot. Yeah. All these young folks are in the same spot, bro.
They have no clue.
It's across. I truly believe it's across the world.
Yeah. No clue about geography. They don't know history.
No. And who's at fault? I was just listen. I went to my son's school today. Okay, had a meeting with the term, what they call here the term teacher, which is kind of the communicator with all the teachers to talk to the parents. Okay, so I'm with my wife, and it was a proud moment for me. I said this on an earlier stream. Like, my son's doing excellent. They say my son's so composed, and it was a proud dad moment, right? It was a proud dad moment.
Right.
However, thank you, bro. However, they were like, your son's very calculated and everything. He's not like his dad, by the way. I shoot from the hip. This kid is very calculated. He doesn't open his mouth before he thinks about what he's going to say. It's not like his dad. His dad's got a big mouth. But he wants to go to information technology, and here in Portugal, when you go to the 10th grade, you go to a school, you have to move to schools that kind of aligns with the career path you want to change to, and the career path is kind of aligned, different schools with different career paths, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. And I was just talking to him, and he's a history teacher first and foremost, and he says, I don't like, and now he usually talks to my wife, right? I usually don't go, but because it was during the day, I was like, fuck it, I'll go, whatever. And I went, and he was like, look, I never met you. I usually talk to your wife for the last 2 years, but I will say this. I am a history teacher but I can't stand what the history books teach, so I teach it my way. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy's a fucking stud. Are you kidding me? This guy's a stud. He's like, nah, the school books don't teach the real history. They teach what the governments want them to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's the fucking problem, bro.
Well,
It starts with the schools 30 years ago. Now we have the problem that we have.
Which is nothing.
Now we have the problem that we have.
Hey, JB, about 10 years ago, I substitute taught for 2 years in high school and middle school, right?
Sure.
And my educational background is I went to Catholic kindergarten through grad school. Okay. So
I only had a couple years in Catholic school.
I'm teaching, I'm teaching these kids, and I'm thinking, okay, all right, this is public school. It's Wyoming public school, which makes it better than California public school.
You would think so, yeah.
The first thing I had to do is realize that it wasn't a difference between Catholic school education and public school.
Smoke rose from the
They're
Sistine
not
Chapel.
teaching public. They're not teaching kids anything anymore. Okay, because here's what happened. They all the teachers want to do, all the administration wants to do is keep parents happy. Because when I was a kid, when I was in grammar school, my parents told me, "Hey, look, asshole, we're paying to send you to Catholic school. That costs money, and we're also paying property tax to send you to public school. So you better get straight A's." And that's what.
And by the way, if I ever, when I was in Catholic school or when I went to public school, if I ever told my parents that I didn't like a teacher or that a teacher yelled at me, they would smack me on top of telling the teacher to fucking do it again.
Hey, well, in the second grade, I had a nun that she wound up in the movie The Blues Brothers as Reverend Mother. Okay,
really?
She would, well, not really, but she was the archetype for that character.
Gotcha. What you saying?
Okay, in other words, Sister Mary Celine would spelling test, and she would walk up and down the aisle, make sure you weren't cheating. She wore prescription sunglasses, so you couldn't see where she was looking. And if she caught you cheating, she had a wooden steel-edged ruler in her hand, and she'd flip her wrist, and then you would get a line of blood on your knuckles. Just whack. And in the sixth grade, I had Sister Mary Patrick, and she'd make us stand in the corner on our heads. And when our heads got red as tomatoes and we were fainting, then okay, we were done with standing in the corner. Okay. And then, then if I got sent to the principal's office, my dad used to work nights, right? So he'd come and pick me up. So so I get punished in school and I get punished at home. But now, and I know somebody who taught in California in public schools for 15 years, and I did the substitute thing here for a couple of years. The only thing that matters now is whether or not the parents are happy. And I have a friend of mine. When I got my MBA, he went to law school, and he was the attorney for the Palmdale School District, and Palmdale is north of Los Angeles. And he made the 11 o'clock news nationwide years ago because one of the parents sued the school district because a teacher raised his voice to the students. So everything has devolved to the point where the only thing that the administration wants to do is keep the parents happy. It used to be if you had a problem with your kid in school, the parents would kick the kid's ass, and now it's my Johnny doesn't do anything wrong. Your teacher's
That's exactly it, bro.
So
listen, fellas, I gotta go. I feel like my signal is gonna cut out soon because I'm starting to get etchy here. But I just wanted to say this: my daughter still lives in New Jersey. She's a substitute teacher in New Jersey for the public school system, and she tells me all the time, like, Dad, you can't believe how it. And I'm like, well, how's it different from when you went to school? And from I went to school, forget about it. It's ages ago. I'm 47 years old. How about you? And she's like, Dad, it's so much. It's so crazy, bro. These parents are crazy. And I'm like, look, just don't listen. Just stick to what you believe. Stick to doing the best thing for the students. Don't worry about the parents. Do the best thing for the students. Whatever happens, happens. But stay true to teaching the kids. That's what they need. Don't fall into the trap of dealing with the parents, please.
Let me leave you with this. I gave all of my substitute, kids, or I was a substitute. I gave them 3 times as much work to do as their teachers did, and they all loved it. And not only that, they all went. I had from every class. I had at least one kid from every class. Every time I substitute taught, go to the principal and say, "Can we have him as our permanent teacher?" That's why I quit.
That's right. That's right.
You can't be a sub, and the kids are saying, we want the sub instead of the permanent teacher. That's not good.
So I can tell you here, outside of the 3 major cities of Portugal, I can speak for Portugal only. I only live in Portugal, can't speak for the rest of Europe.
Right.
There's no, outside of the 3 major cities, guess what? Your teacher doesn't show up, you don't have a class. There's no subs. They can't afford subs. Yeah. That's just the way it is. And then what do? Luckily, I live 2 minutes away, and I take my son. That is my priority, is to keep my son out of trouble. Right? I worked my ass off in the U.S. to come here and now give penance to my wife that always took care of the family. Now I take care of the family, and she can relax a little bit, even though she takes care of the household. Don't get me wrong. It's a hard job nonetheless. However, I work so that I can pick them up and drop them off, not because I want an easy life for them, but I want to keep them out of trouble, right? Yeah. And so these kids, when they don't have a class, they get into mischief, and they're all over the fucking place, bro. And it's crazy. But the one thing I will say is this. I'll never forget this, and I'll always say it. In 3rd grade in Newark, New Jersey, 3rd grade, I had no racism here because I was born in New Jersey. There is no racism, bro. It's all shapes and colors and sizes. I had a big black teacher, big one. The type of big teacher that just bounces as she moves along with so much gold.
Right.
3rd grade. I'm 47 years old. She would shake the fuck out of you every time you would do something stupid. She would grab both of your arms and she would shake the living daylights out of you. And one day I told my sister was at the time, she passed away already. She was 9 years older than I was. And I told her, I said, her name was Clara. I said, Clara, I got this teacher that shook the shit out of me. She's like, why did she shake the shit out of you? Because I was acting stupid. She's like, don't even fucking tell our parents. Don't you dare tell our parents.
Yeah.
They're going to smack the shit out of you. And what did I do? I told my parents because I'm an idiot. Right? Yeah. You know what they did?
Out of you.
The next day, bro, my dad whipped the shit out of me with the belt. And the next day, my mom went there and gave the lady cakes and donuts and said, congratulations, keep on doing that. They all need it.
Yeah, that's why you
fuck me dead, bro.
Hey, JV, in Catholic school, Catholic grammar school, I have a brother who's 2 years younger than I am, and he's a real smart ass. And back then it was no meat on Friday for Catholics, right?
Yeah. I remember.
So my mother was a Catholic survivor of Auschwitz, right?
Oh,
so when you go through that, you're like, I don't care what the fucking church says. If I have enough money to give meat to my kids on Friday, they're going to have meat. Right? So
that's that Catholic guilt, baby. That's the Catholic guilt.
My mom started a trend. She put boiling water into my thermos and put 2 hot dogs in it. And then put buns and mustard. I was making hot dogs. It started a whole trend, right?
Listen, the thermos with the glass liner. The thermos with the glass liner?
Yeah, real thermos, yeah. So I had hot dogs for dinner, for lunch, right? Anyway, so the principal would walk around, the lunchroom, and there was my brother openly eating a ham sandwich, like, fuck you, and so
shit. Just asking for trouble. Yeah.
The principal would take the meat out of my brother's sandwich. My brother would have a lettuce sandwich. And after about 3 weeks, the principal says, go see Reverend Mother. and tell her you don't have a lot. And so my brother goes to the back door of the convent, and Reverend Mother opens the door. Why are you here?
Mhm.
Well, the principal sent me here because I don't have a lunch. He didn't say that, that the principal threw the lunch away.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
So Reverend
Of
Mother
course.
says, "Oh, you poor boy." Invites him in, makes some lunch, gives him dessert, and then that night, it's like he did what? And so he got sent home. And my brother got sent home so many times that my dad got so fed up with it. He would show up he finally showed up at school and say, "Okay, I have to take my son home." Okay. All right. Then he turned to my brother and say, "Well, last time we went to Disneyland. Where do you want to go this time?" "Oh, Knott's Berry Farm." And that was the last time they sent. My dad had to cite the principal out so she would stop sending him home, But these days it's like,
Oh, forget about it, bro.
It's so.
Listen,
I was in high school. I had a high school class, and I told him, I said, "Look, I have a friend of mine who's coming up to visit. His name is, you can look him up. His name is Captain Pitcher. He was the second black airline captain hired in the United States. The guy has 60,000 hours of logged flight time."
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
If any of you guys in class want to go for airplane rides, Saturday will be the day. And none of the kid, all the kids said, "Nah, we don't want to do that." Why? Oh, because we play flight simulator on our computers and on our phones.
Right. Sure.
We don't want to do the real thing,
Right.
And
Right.
they're going, okay, all right, Here's a chance to go for a free flight. But a pilot with a guy who's like a famous pilot, Nah,
Sure.
we'd rather just
Something that has substance, right? But it's a different world, Larry. It's a different world now, man. Like we all look. I already go through it. I kind of went through that with my daughter a little bit. She's 24. My son's 16, so it's a big age difference here. But I feel myself adapting to that type of world too, because it makes it too difficult on the kids because the world has changed so much. It's not easy. It really isn't easy, man.
Up here in Cody, I have a lot of Mormon friends, and I had one friend in particular, and I had both of twins, a boy and a girl. I had them both in their high school class, and what my friends did. The only time that their kids could use the internet was they had a desk in the living room with a computer on it, and the boy and the girl could both go on the computer only in the living room, only go online in the living room, and their parents were there.
Wow.
And that's the way they controlled access to all this crazy stuff.
Listen, I can honestly say, and then I really do have to go. My phone's about to die. I'm at 13% right now. Even though I have my mag pack on there, still it can't keep up with StreamYard. StreamYard's a fucking battery sucker. I can honestly say that I've tried to balance myself and my wife, obviously, modern world with our family values and what our parents taught us. And look, I think I don't want to make this sound bad, but I think European, and I think you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. European values are one generation away. I think American values are 2 and 3 generations away. Does that make sense?
Oh, what direction are you talking about? I don't know which
the direction of all the stuff we just been talking about. I think America has been the generational families in America that have been there for 2 and 3 generations already are watered down by the American politics, the American all the woke shit, all this stuff. I think
Are you saying that are you saying Europe is woker than the United States, or the United States is woker?
No, I'm saying America's more. I think America's more woke. Not right now, honestly. I think a lot of shit's changing right now. I think a lot of stuff is changing, which is great. But I think it started in America, honestly, and then it transitioned very quickly to Europe, and Europe took and ran with that fucking thing 20 years ago, 15 years ago. You're talking about Merkel. Merkel destroyed Europe.
Yeah,
She
no
destroyed Europe. Now they're starting to undo everything as well. So now, again, because America's the greatest. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with this. America's the great. They are the trendsetters, good and bad.
There's no doubt about that.
Well,
So now, guess what, Mark? Now, because of the Trump effect, they call it the Trump effect in Europe, the Trump effect, who's winning? Who's the PMs, not producer Marks, but the prime ministers that are winning now are the Trump-like-minded people to go along with this Trump effect. That's what's happening right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And with that is undoing everything that's happened in the last 15, 20 years. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
We went too far, and in this last election was obviously a correction. But then you look at Canada. Canada was crazy woke.
Larry, it's not just Canada. It's the world. The world. It's Australia. It's all of Europe. It's everywhere.
Canada elected new prime ministers that are woker than the ones they got rid of.
Guess what? Guess what's going to happen next week in Portugal? New elections.
Uh-oh.
Ronaldo.
That's right. Ronaldo's going to win. I mean, this is what's it's called. Everybody in Europe's calling the Trump effect. The Trump effect. At first, it was like, oh, Trump won. He's so arrogant. This and that. I don't want to be arrogant, but I feel I'm very blessed to know both sides of the line, so to speak. Right? I'm going to tell you right now. When I walk the streets, when I talk to people in the coffee shops, I got to be very careful. I'm telling you, who I choose to talk to. Now, my father lived in America 32 years, and my mom, and I was born there. So they feel the same way I do. But we all, and my uncles did too. Another uncle, I lived in Canada. Everybody's retiring back to Portugal. Okay, it's a good thing. There's goods and there's pluses and minuses all over the place, right? But we never forget where we made our life, and where we made our life was Canada and America. But we got to be very careful who we talk to about that, because people in Europe either are very with you or very against you. And next thing you know, everybody starts saying, oh, this motherfucker, he's from America. He thinks he knows everything. He's another Trump. He's another Trump. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I'm getting into a fucking fist fight. It's not worth it. I just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
I got a friend who's in his mid-70s, and he's got kids in their 40s in California. He lives in Henderson, Nevada.
Wait, there's another
because my friend had a temerity to post.
Sorry, I really got. I don't want to be rude, but I really got to go. My phone's about to die. I'm sorry, guys.
Go.
I apologize. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you guys. Love you to death. Both of you guys are great. You know that. I always love talking to you guys. So thank you.
All right, baby.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 back, folks. All right.
I looked up some stuff about the new pope.
Yeah.
And,
let's see.
Yeah, he was elected in under 24 hours.
Yeah.
I think it had to be on the second vote, because I saw a video of black smoke yesterday.
Yeah.
And then this morning he got elected. So this has to be the quickest.
Let's see. Vatican media. I don't believe in all that, though. It's all fucking politics.
So,
Ted,
here we are.
Yes.
There we are.
Hopefully the 14th is not appearing.
Coming
to the sequel. Okay.
Very special moment.
And here he is.
There he is.
And the applause going up, the tweeting, the waving,
the
smiles.
How amazing.
How amazing.
And Dr. Lozella was talking about the symbolism of the red that he's wearing. You know, it is a sacrificial role and that is the symbol of the cloth that he's wearing right now.
You see this beautiful close-up view from the side there, at the same level as the
People are
loja.
crying. People are crying. The Pope!
Leo the 14th.
Leo the 14th.
And he's smiling, and you can see who wouldn't be taken by the moment.
He's a young guy.
Going through his mind, you know, the weight of.
Yeah, born in 1955.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. That has got to be the youngest Pope.
After this, they're never the same person.
No.
Hey, somebody's flying a drone over there, bro.
Below, the mutual salute of the anthems, the hymns of the Vatican.
Is that you?
Italian national anthem.
Who are you talking to?
Somebody's flying a drone.
And after this, now Pope Leo the 14th, he will give a greeting, and his first apostolic blessing, Urbi et Orbi, to the city and to the whole world.
So that blessing extends to everyone who is watching, everyone who is listening.
Good. I'm glad we're going to be blessed. We're going to be blessed with the Popey.
First blessing.
How do you say that? Pope or Popey?
Pope.
Pope. All right. We're going to be blessed by the Pope.
In English, anyway, it's Pope.
Yeah. Well, see, English is a second language to me. See, I don't speak English that well.
Square still arriving. We're being told from the avenues.
We speak English better than Curly does.
The streets.
Curly's got that Chi-Town thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
So just getting messages here. Congratulations. God bless the Pope.
Curly is good, man. When Curly gets behind the mic, he's rocking. I wish I had 5% of that in me. I'd be hosting a 48-hour radio stinger binge. I can't wait to finish this studio off, man. Seriously. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Got my buddy coming in tomorrow. These are the panels. Cheat?
Fratelli, sorelle carissime.
Where the fuck is it?
Questo è il primo saluto del Cristo
See that?
risorto.
Yeah.
Il buon
Yeah, that's the
pastore
panel.
che ha dato la vita per il
See
gregge
that?
di Dio.
Some,
Whoa, wait a minute.
Io vorrei
Whoa.
What is the? Show me the backside of it.
entrasse nel vostro cuore, raggiungesse le vostre famiglie.
See, that's the problem. You got no. There's no real area.
Tutta la terra.
Yeah, I know, but it's still sticking, bro. It's still gonna stick.
Not for long. Sorry to tell you.
We'll find out tomorrow. Yeah. We will find out tomorrow. I got my buddy coming over, so he's gonna help me.
We're just hearing the first words of Pope Leo the 14th.
Hold on.
As he continues, we'll provide a summary here in just a moment as we listen to his words.
As we listen to the words of the Pope.
Una pace disarmata e una pace disarmante.
Una pace disarmante.
Proviene da Dio. It comes from
Dio che ci ama a tutti.
God who loves all of us.
Incondizionatamente.
Any limits and conditions.
Ancora conserviamo nei nostri orecchi quella voce debole ma sempre coraggiosa
the sound
di
in our
Papa
ears
Francesco,
the weak voice of Pope Francis, who was blessing Rome here.
Che benediva Roma, Papa Francesco.
We have that
Lamborghini
in our ears, hearing his voice.
Il Papa che benediva Roma,
the Pope who was blessing
dava la
Rome,
sua benedizione al mondo
blessing
intero,
to the world.
Quella mattina del giorno di
On
Pasqua.
that
How did the Pope come into being? Can you tell me, since you are?
Allow me to continue that same
blessing.
blessing.
Dio vi ama tutti.
When did the Pope thing start?
Well, St. Peter. He was St. Peter. They're all descendants of St. Peter was the head of the church.
With God and among ourselves, we go forward.
Siamo discepoli di Cristo.
We are disciples of Christ.
Cristo ci precede.
Christ goes before us.
Il mondo ha bisogno della sua
Why am I getting StreamYard
necessita
in
di
the
lui come
back?
il ponte per essere raggiunta da Dio e dal suo amore.
Oh, that's the background.
Aiutateci anche voi, poi gli uni gli altri
That's
a
the back.
costruire i ponti.
That's background.
Dialogue and encounter.
Hey, breaking news: FBI opens criminal investigation against Letitia James.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Mortgage fraud, baby.
We're hearing the first words here.
She looks crooked. I don't know, but when I look at her, I don't know where she's looking. Is she looking here or is she looking there? I don't know which camera she's looking at.
What I love is everything is signed. You know, all of her problems have her signature on it.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Oh yeah,
it's
crazy, man.
And working together, men and women faithful to Christ, without fear, to proclaim the gospel.
Di proclamare Evangelo. Evangelo. Pope, the Pope is here. El Popo is now.
I'm a son of Saint Augustine.
My friends,
Augustinian.
Sant'Agostino, right? I understand a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Enough ravioli.
So may we all walk together towards that.
That's a young Pope, man.
To the place where that God has prepared for us. May we walk together, accompanying each other to the church of Rome.
Roma. That's a young Pope, Johnny.
Yeah, he's what, 70?
Look at how we can together be a missionary church.
That is one young Pope.
That is always open to receive
When you do a podcast,
just like in this square, to receive everyone, to welcome everyone. Our charity.
Well, you can never tell, though. I mean, I was in college when we had a Pope that lasted it was 33 days before he died.
A greeting in Spanish.
Right.
He's allowing me here too.
A todos aquellos, y en modo particular, a mi querida diócesis de Chiclayo en el
So
Perú,
to all of you, but especially to the people of my diocese of Chiclayo in Peru.
donde un pueblo fiel
¿Dónde vas? ¿Dónde vas?
ha compartido su fe y ha dado
Do you believe in all that, brother? Do you
We
believe
had
in the
such
Pope?
faithful people
Them up,
proclaiming
I know
the
that.
bishop, and we had such.
I can't hear you, Mark.
Do you believe in all that? Do you believe in the Pope and the papal and the pops and the and all that? Do you believe?
Are
in
you
all
referring to the infallibility of the Pope?
I don't know what the fuck infallibility means.
A church that's a pilgrim.
Well, the Pope is supposed to be Christ's representative on earth.
Oh.
And he's not supposed to make any mistakes when he speaks, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Today is the day of.
And I don't think a lot of Roman Catholics believe that because you look at the last Pope,
Our Blessed Mother Mary.
his views were all. He was a socialist, basically, because of where he was brought up and where he served as a priest and everything. He's in a poor country in South America, and he thought that the United States was, kind of an evil capitalist place.
Yeah.
That's why Trump didn't care for him too much.
Right.
Mother of God. Pray for us.
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Amen.
Leo XIV there.
Catholic churches, I hate this, but they really don't have a very good reputation.
Mark, I can't hear you over the Pope.
Oh, hold on. Let me shut the. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't have the sound on because he's speaking mostly.
I said the Catholic Church doesn't have that good of a reputation,
In what sense?
Considering all the scandals that have been plagued, especially.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you right now.
Yes, sir.
I had my differences when like the Cardinal or the Archbishop of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
He was. If there was a priest accused of fondling a boy or whatever,
yes,
he would have him retire early or retire to Mexico. And, the Archbishop was actually helping hide these bad priests from law enforcement, right? And I had a big problem with that. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you look at the numbers of Catholic priests diddling boys are the same percentage as the numbers of rabbis diddling boys or Muslims or Protestants or.
Wait a minute, I've never heard that.
It's well, you have to do some research. It's the same across. The number of people who screw around with little kids is pretty much evenly distributed across the population of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
What you have to take into account is that, especially here in the United States, Christianity has become the media has always gone after the Christians.
Yeah.
The media in the United States will never go after a Muslim for doing anything wrong, because that's just you just don't do that. But if you're Christian, it's open game. And God forbid if you're Catholic, you throw the fucking Catholic under the fucking bus. But but look at, I mean, it's if you look at the statistics, you'll find out that it's I'm essentially correct. The number of criminals, the number of sexual offenders, it's pretty evenly distributed across all of mankind.
All right, here we go.
We have the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the flag.
Very, very touching moment, and
the American flag.
From this moment, I think we all accompany the new Holy Father.
The Holy Father. The Holy Father. الفدر هذه كل why somebody Dickon Snyder is saying, why is Tiffany Henry not in jail? I have no clue.
Oh, because she's black.
No, where the fuck did that come from?
Because if she was white, she'd be in jail a year ago.
Wait. Harry, Jesus Christ. I don't know where the fuck you shot
some
that.
Some people are untouchable.
No. It's they put Jesse Jackson. Let me shut this crap up. They put Jesse Jackson Jr. in jail. The feds are on it, man.
How long did it take?
It takes time. They have to build the case.
What about Al Sharpton?
I don't know what his future holds, but some of it's not about it. See, this is what I say when you throw things like race into this thing. You gotta.
Well, you shouldn't have asked me that question, because you told me we were going to talk about it, then you throw it out.
Why is Tiffany Henyard not in jail? Was asked by Dickon Sider.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to touch that, but you brought it up.
Well, yeah. Why? If somebody was to ask me why is Tiffany Henyard not in jail, I would say, I don't know. Let the feds make their case, and when it comes down, then they'll take her in. That's the answer. But you can't just say because he's blue or green or purple. That's dangerous.
The reality now is that certain things are not touched by.
You are talking about an area where there was an Italian mayor in an adjacent town called Calumet City.
Calumet, sure. I know where that is.
Calumet City, and he ended up in jail, and he was Caucasian.
Yeah, well, I helped put an Italian-American mayor in jail, too.
We don't want to know that. We don't want to know that. Sometimes you don't want to give out too much information, Larry. This is what I was trying to. I was trying to.
All right. So we've just mentioned two white mayors in jail. Yeah. Okay. So what does that prove?
And then they had Illinois has hasn't
every governor of Illinois been to prison?
Governor, I don't know. A couple of governors have been there.
More than a couple. I think all of them wound up in prison except for Pritzker. He's not done yet.
he's not done yet. See, but the thing over here is, with these kind of politics, it's a very touchy, iffy subject.
Look, Pritzker just came out in public and said he's calling for an uprising.
I am not talking about Pritzker, Larry. Where the fuck are you bringing all this shit up from, bro? I'm not talking about Pritzker here.
What are you talking about?
You said something, and I'm telling you, they put what you call it, Jesse Jackson Jr. in, and his wife, and they were like the powerhouse couple of the state of Illinois. So when the feds are onto you, they take their time. Does she still have access to taxpayer money? Bro, you're asking these questions to people that have no clue. How the fuck do I know if she has access to taxpayer money?
Well, she's not the mayor anymore.
She's not the mayor anymore. She's not the Thornton Township supervisor.
Then she doesn't have access to taxpayer money.
No mayor has access to funds like that unless they use the credit cards or stuff like that. Remember, I mean, the mayors, they have certain powers. But I must say that the city council over there, they elected the new mayor House, and I met him. He's a very nice guy, very articulate, educated. I think he used to be in the banking sector. And hopefully in my personal opinion, I can't listen, guys. I can't talk for anybody else. This is an open forum. And I hope he does good for the community. Dalton is a good town. And I just hope that everybody, they do good for the community. We had local mayors here that, some did good, some did bad, some did absolutely nothing. So, it just depends on that. People like,
usually you wish that elected officials do nothing, but then they disappoint you by screwing up.
Yeah. So we just gotta wait and see and hope and pray and cross our fingers and pray for the best. So me and Larry, we sometimes go back and forth. Oh, you did this. Oh, you said that. No, but this is our banter. This is our style. This is the way we do it. We play the good cop, bad cop sometimes. And we get on,
sometimes we play bad cop.
Bad cop. But, at the end of the day, we're brothers. And I love my Larry. And what people don't know is I consult with him, 10 times a day. Right, Larry?
Yeah, true.
Hey, Larry, what you doing? Let's do it. So we got a new pope. India and Pakistan are fighting. We got 3 other wars going on. And America's like, man, you all just little kids having just, little.
All I know is I got to meet the Pope when the Pope was Polish, and I got to speak to him in Polish.
Oh, do you have any pictures? Do you have any pictures from that day?
No. But I was in Europe finishing up my MBA.
Right.
A group of students, and we were from a Catholic university, Catholic grad school, and. So we got in for an audience with the Pope.
Right.
So you're all in line, right? And you're being introduced. And when I was introduced to the Pope, my name is obviously Polish. And so he kind of smiles at me. And I said, in Polish, how are you, chicken face? It's something that kids say because it rhymes. Jak się masz, kuza twas, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm shaking the Pope's hand. I say, how are you, chicken face? And his 2 security guards who were like priests back in Warsaw, that came down with him. They take one step toward me, like, who's this guy? And then the Pope breaks out laughing. And to this day, people are in my class. They don't believe me when I tell them what I said. All they know is the Pope was laughing.
You started some shit, boy.
Yep. No, he was pretty cool. I mean, he was Karl Wojtyła was in the Polish underground during World War II, fighting the Nazis, and
right.
He was credited for breaking up. He was a big part of breaking up the Soviet Union.
Yeah,
because when he was the Cardinal of Warsaw, the Russians, they would try everything to stop the Poles from going to church. to the point where the Polish TV was showing, communist Polish television was showing the top American programs on Sunday morning, like Kojak and Paywide or whatever was popular back then.
Right.
People trying to stop people going to church. And it got to the point where the government actually went to Karl Wojtyła and said, look, we got to stop this strike. You know, the dock workers are striking. The economy's going to shit. And he said, okay, I'll have them stop the strike if you let me build a couple of churches. You know, and Poland was the only communist-controlled country where the communists couldn't kill the church. So anyway, but what's up on the calendar for car stuff in the Chicagoland area?
Yeah, we got a lot of shows coming up. I have a lot of meetings I got to do. I got to finish up this room over here. So I got my best friend is coming over tomorrow, and we're gonna hopefully get everything done.
Yeah, I hope those panels stick, but I thought they were flat on the back, and they're not.
No, they're not. They'll stick. I still got one hanging, and it's pretty strong. I try to pull it, push it. See, the double-sided tape that I have, this tape is a very, very expensive tape. In case you don't know, this was made on another planet, and I got this thing on Amazon on sale. And there are these little fucking squares, right? I don't know if you can see. There's these little fucking squares, right? And they're thin as fuck. They're thin as fuck. But it is space age technology here, you know? It is, yeah. So hopefully, I mean, I've got 5 of them sticking behind the panel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out. I'm going to, like this square is about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out cut these out in like 1/2 inch strips, and then go along with the bamboozles.
That's probably. I don't know if there's a good way to do that because.
But no, these strips are pretty strong, bro. They're pretty strong. I'm telling you,
it's not the strips that have to be strong. It's how they adhere to. Okay, you don't have much surface area on the back of the tile,
Larry, they'll stick.
And then the surface area on the wall.
Johnny, they'll stick.
You think it's smooth, but it's not.
I understand that. I understand that sometimes looks can be deceiving, but I'm pretty sure that they will stick.
If you
because if they don't stick, then I will stick it to you.
Having owned apartment buildings, I can tell you that over the decades, I've dealt with a lot of tenants who stuck shit up on my walls, using everything from nails to tape.
Well, one thing I don't want to do over here is stick caulk glue.
Yeah, not unless you want to pay your landlord some money later.
Yeah, well, the thing is, my landlord never checked this unit when I moved in, so he has no ideas how the walls were when I moved in.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, you never saw that? The walls were like that. The fucking panels were here. That's why I made this shit.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully, I think everything is going to be working out. Next week is going to be kind of crazy because I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Indiana.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be in Indy, right? I'll be up and down. I don't know if this is a long weekend or something, but just got to figure that one out. I am hungry as fuck right now, so I would like to get up, go out, and eat.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and do that? We'll shut it down for now.
And I love you, and I thank you very much for this absolutely fantastic thing we had today.
And thanks, JB for joining us.
JB in the house. Thank you, Dis, for joining on. Yeah, let's do one later. I'm trying to do one with the girls, but man, I'm telling you, they've been having such a hard time. And
are you telling me they're less reliable than I am? Is that what you're saying?
No. They're very reliable, but they have families and they both have their businesses and they take their time out. And we did the thing on Rumble and Twitch, and we do all that. So for this morning show, it's kind of tough because have you broadcast on Rumble?
I'll
talk about that after Larry?
We'll talk about it later tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. So,
yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and get something to eat then?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll give you a call. There's only one place I'm going to go to. It's called McDonald's.
Yep.
I'm going to have a goddamn fish sandwich. You know, before I go, I am going to stick 2 fucking panels over there.
Stick them up now and see how long they stay up.
Yeah.
I'd be really curious, given what the back of that panel looks like.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn the stream off, and I'll turn the camera, and you can see what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. Let's go offline.
All right.
I'll give you my guess, and we'll see who's right after a few days.
All right. Hold on.
Okay.
Or say 1 or 2 or 3. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you soon.